Kennard on the reverse, forced out of bounds by number 5 on 3 Petty. That's good enough for a Greyhound first down. Cross with the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 81, Jared Neisser. Gain of 5, second down, 5. Hard throw complete to number 4, Jackson Carlson. That's enough for a Greyhound first down. Hard pass intercepted by number 10, Fabian Richardson. Return to the 5-yard line where it'll be first and 10 Falcons. Number 83, Jonathan Thompson, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 92, Caleb Peck. Gain of 6 on the play, second down 4 at the Falcons 17-yard line. Inside handoff to number 89, 86, tackled by a gang of hounds. We'll bring up third down and a long 2. Quarterback key brought to the 20-yard line, good enough for a Falcon first down. Peyton Thompson on the carry. Penalty on the field.
Dead ball. False start. Number 56 offense. 5-yard penalty.
That 5-yard walk-off will make it first down and 15 at the Falcon 15-yard line. Hand off to number 89-86. Tackle made by number 35, Austin Jones. No gain, second down, 15. Number 35, DeMarcus Haynes, the ball carrier, stopped by number 35, Austin Jones for no gain, third down, 15. Thompson's pass incomplete, intended for number 16, Lamont Hill Jr. We'll bring up fourth down and 14. Take that fourth down and 15 from the Falcon 15.
Billy will substitution 12 men in formation, starting on penalty.
Fumble on the punt. Initial indication recovered by the Falcons. Cut that. Number 4, Jackson Thompson recovers it for the Hounds. First and 10 Greyhounds at the Davenport West 38-yard line. Gebhardt's pass complete to Kennard. Tackled by number 29, Hunter Ralph. First and 10 Greyhounds at the Davenport West 23.
There you go!
Gebhardt tossed to Williams for the Greyhound touchdown. Two-point conversion is no good with 4:27 remaining in the game. Davenport West 34, Burlington 14. Onside kick attempt fielded by number 16, Lamont Hill Jr. Penalty on the play.
We have a 5-yard three-man run against Burlington.
Let's go! Defense, let's roll! Get the ball, let's go! Defense, let's roll! Get the ball, let's go! Defense, let's roll!
That extra 5-yard walk-off on the return will take it down to the 42-yard line of Burlington, where it'll be 1st and 10 Falcons. Number 3, Dean Hines, the ball carrier. Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8. Toss, fumbled, recovered by number 11, Carlo Martinez Hale, 1st and 10, Burlington. Greyhounds take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Gebhardt's toss to Williams, tackled by number 89, 86. That is enough for a Greyhound 1st down. Fawcett on the carry. Tackle made by number 81, Jared Neitzer. Gain of 3, 2nd down, 7. Gebhardt on the keeper, wrestled down by number 81, Jared Neitzer. They'll bring up 3rd down, 4. Gebhardt's pass complete number 12, Diego Treviso. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. I think that's the 35, where it'll be 1st and 10 Greyhounds. Gebhardt's pass complete to Kennard. Tackled by number 23, Bentley Keel. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 Greyhounds. Williams, the ball carrier, tackled by a gang of Falcons.
Timeout, Livingston. Livingston, 142.
Gephardt toss to Williams, tackled by number 3, Dean Hines. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Third down, 6. Williams on the handoff for the 2-point conversion with 56 seconds left in the game. Davenport West 34, Burlington 22. Boots kick fielded by number 34, Logan Humphrey. Returned out to the 48-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Falcons. By number 7, Arjun Malloy, intercepted by Jackson Carlson. First and 10 Greyhounds at their own 36-yard line. 31. Gebhardt's pass to Fawcett, complete. Gain of 6. Second down, 4. Toss to Williams, tackled in the backfield.
Timeout first, that's the last timeout. Reset the game clock to 6 seconds, please.
Williams on a reverse of the big game, but at the end of the game is Davenport left 34, Burlington 22. Let's have a big round of applause for both teams in a hard-fought match. Quick reminder to see the FCC tent for your chance to win a scholarship and to find out about your post-secondary educational opportunities, as well as the merchandise tent down by the north end zone.
Used to be that.
And 1490 KBUR.
You have more ground force.
KBUR, your exclusive home for Burlington Greyhounds football. Kickoff.
So they think Ray Guy could have actually punted it farther?
Ball on News Radio 99.3 and 1490 KBUR is brought to you by
Jerry, how long is the interview? 1504?
Bob Dodds Insurance, Kurt Messner Family Dentistry, the Danville State Savings Bank, Barn Grover Glass, K-Spine Community Credit Union, John Hart, your Edward Jones agent, Universal Therapy Group, and Standard of Beaverdale. First, we go to the field for tonight's pregame show. Let's go!
I crave the rush of the game.
Here's Scott Mason and John Flaherty.
And a wonderful good evening to each and every one of you out there in listening land. It is week 7 of the Iowa high school football season, and the Burlington Greyhounds ready to do battle with an old-time Mississippi 8 and Mississippi Athletic Conference foe. We've said that for the last 4 weeks, but this is the last of those 4. As I'm joined by John Flaherty to my left, as I am each and every week. Davenport West in town in a battle, John, that I have said many times in the last 10 years since I've been on the radio, records aren't going to reflect what this game probably will be, because two teams that are going to walk on the field tonight feeling like they can beat the other. It doesn't make for clean football all the time, but it makes for fun football, and it makes for very competitive and aggressive and intense football.
I think the last part of what you're saying, Scott, is exactly right. You may not be watching a Valley Dowling competition where you see some extremely elite athletes that are going, but you're going to see, to me, traditional high school competitive fun football. You're dealing with a 1-4 Davenport West team that's coming in at 2-3 Greyhound team that's coming in, and really, as you match people up in the lineups, you see where there can be some great battles through the night. So it'll be really interesting to watch, especially up front. We have an opportunity now to be equal in size for the first time in 2 weeks with the guys up front from Davenport Northwest, and so we're real excited to be able to bring that to you, and it should make for an interesting night, because this could be a very big night for the Greyhounds.
And I always reflect back to that 69-52 shootout. I think it was in 2011 against Davenport North, where both teams, I think, came in with one win. They were both like 1-6, and you leave here with 121 points on the board and over 1,000 yards of offense. It was one of the most incredible games to be a part of, and there are storylines for tonight if you dig deep enough. And, of course, first and foremost, you're going to hear us talking about this a lot. Beyond the team aspect, Davenport West against Burlington, Taven Harris has a chance to do something tonight that hasn't been done in 56 years. It was 1962 when touchdown Tony Baker ran for 1,376 yards. That has stood for over a half century as the standard for running backs in a single season.
And I got to tell you, Scott, for him to be at the threshold of that, especially knowing that everybody in the stadium and everybody listening and everybody who might be watching streaming will know Taven's going to get the ball a lot.
Taven Harris comes into tonight with 1,276 yards, and the reminder, this is only week 7. He's done that through 6 weeks. What that means is he needs 108 yards tonight to set a new record. Now, obviously, unless there were some sort of injury that would end his season prior to reaching that mark, he will set it sometime over the next 3 weeks. But the desire of everybody involved will be to do it on your home field and to do it as quickly as possible so that you can move past it. As great as it is, assuredly it's a bit of a distraction for everybody involved. So set it, put it in your rearview mirror, and then set it so high that it may stand for another 56 years. And
the amazing thing about this is, again, I said they've done it with very little passing game to counterbalance all the pressure that he has faced since week 2 when people really realized that Taven Harris could run the ball. And so give credit to Aaron Brown and the offensive line for being able to move people. Give credit to Joe Bowman, the offensive coordinator, for trying to come up with sets and formations and play actions to kind of take some pressure off of him. But most of all, give credit to Taven, because there have been times where there wasn't a whole lot there and then he just made things happen, which makes him the special back that he is.
Let's put this in perspective. Give or take, this offense has accumulated somewhere around 1,800 yards this year. That's about 300 yards per game-ish, give or take. Of the many stats that I tend to calculate, total offense thus far is not one of those that I have put to calculator. However, what I'm trying to make a point is Taven Harris just short of 1,300 yards rushing. Receiving, he also has added, well, actually nothing else. He's not caught a pass out of the backfield. So anyway, 1,200, almost 1,300 yards of that 18. That's almost 70%,
right,
if not a little bit over 70% of the offense has run through big number 2-4.
And, you know, as happy as I am for him, the guy I'm pulling for tonight, well, 2 guys really, number 3, DJ Pugh, and number 2, KT Thompson. Those guys have got to find a way to get uncorked here in the last couple weeks to get through. It always seems, we've said about KT the whole season, that it just seems like something's there and then it's not. He's just like, oh, okay, no, that's not. And then
almost as if he's just a little hesitant every time he gets the ball.
And then with DJ, you see flashes. You see the 70 or 65-yard touchdown pass to Reese Wissinger. You see him make some good reads, and then he comes back and he shows you that he's just a first-year quarterback. And, you know, you really want to pull for these guys to have a big night, because that'll make everything easier for the rest of the offense.
Well, the other nuggets to draw from in terms of this rivalry, these teams have played every season dating back to 1971. Obviously, as we talked about from the get-go, as members of the old Mississippi 8 Conference and then the Mississippi Athletic Conference. Then they were non-district opponents for the first 4 years of this new district football in Class 4A. This year they become district opponents. Now, a couple of stats to keep in mind. Burlington leads 24-23 all time. They have won 10 of 12. They have won 14 of 17. But in the last 3 years, West has won a pair of games. 2015, the Falcons emerged victorious 28-20. And then last year, 20-13, their only victory of the season was against these Greyhounds, sandwiched in between a Burlington win in 2016 of 21-19. So the last 3 times these teams have met, they have been one-score games or less. In fact, 7 of the last 17 have been one-score games. However, when it's a blowout, the Greyhounds have won 9 of 10 by the average score of 35-17. One last stat, and I tell you, if you dig deep enough, you'll find it. West has never won a game in district play. They are 0-22. Burlington is 2-20, but the only 2 wins have come against Ottumwa. They have never beaten a team not named Ottumwa in district play. So again, if you dig far enough, you'll find these nuggets.
So there's stuff on the line for both teams.
There is stuff on the line. Now, Burlington has, I even looked at what's their record since district play began. Burlington 10-32 overall. West 5-37. So a pair of teams that for the better part of a half decade have scuffled, but again, may not be the crisp Valley versus Dowling like you say, but it's going to be fun tonight. It always is. They're close games. It comes down to who makes the fewest mistakes, especially late.
And for Burlington, Scott, what's really going to be key is how is your mental state of mind? You're coming off a 65-0 blowout from the hands of the number 4 team in the state of Iowa in Bettendorf. How are you going to handle some adversity if you're not just clicking right away on either side of the ball or in special teams? You're talking about Reese Wissinger again, who's out, who is your long snapper. They've tried P.J. Jones. They've had Cody Newman. I know they've auditioned several other players to try to get that. Hopefully you don't punt. That's the biggest key, but then you've got to try to get the snap for the extra point. Secondly, if things don't go well for you in this offense, this spread offense that everybody's running and West is bringing it in, what happens if they start clicking? How are you going to adjust mentally and emotionally? Very crucial time of the year as we close out. You know you're not going to the playoffs. How do you want to finish? How strong do you want to finish? This is a great night with some great causes in the stands. You got to get yourself geared up to bring that home.
And the beauty of the pregame show is that on the other side of this timeout, Zach Shea will answer most of those questions you just had, at least from his perspective. We sat down yesterday. The coach's interview is coming up on the other side of this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Greyhound pregame show as we count down to kickoff on KBUR and KBUR.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Russell with Ranchman.
The school board is also banned the use of any tobacco products anywhere on school district property. We appreciate your cooperation. Good sportsmanship is a high priority in high school events. Burlington High School and the Mississippi Athletic Conference support the Conduct Counts program initiated by the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Negative comments, chants, and acts directed toward athletes, coaches, fans, or officials are unacceptable in this educational environment. MAC guidelines also prohibit the use of artificial noisemakers of any kind in activities outside or inside the playing area. This includes air horns, whistles, bells, megaphones, or any other device. Those fans yelling profanity, taunting, or using artificial noisemakers will be ejected from this event. Give it support your school and your community. Cheer for your team and not against the opposing team. A reminder that no pets are allowed in Iowa High School games by order of the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa High School Athletic Association Union. We again remind fans to please stay off the north ramp leading to the field. And be aware that parking on South 9th Street to the east of the stadium is allowed only on the side nearest the field. Middle school students are reminded to remain in the middle school section during the game, except at halftime, between games, or with the parents. And all students, once you've entered a BHS athletic activity and leave, you must pay to re-enter. Your activity passes are good only once. If you have an emergency, please see a BHS administrator. did you know that SUC offers full-ride scholarships to valedictorians and salutatorians? That's 2 years of free college. Talk to high school counselor or stop by our booth or visit suciowa.edu. Science degrees start at SUC. A multi-million-dollar hall of sciences in West Burlington is now open. Study can earn your AA at SUC and then 10 strong during science degrees in chemistry, biology, physics, and prepare for engineering. And parents, if you know that your student can enroll and earn college credit from SUC while they're still in high school, even better, it's basically free to you. Talk to your student counselor to find out about SUC's offerings. We ask you to direct your attention to midfield where Davenport West captain Tyrese Johnson, a number 50, a player for who's not of a name, number 69, Cecilia Gray, number 85, Adam Gibson, joining Burlington captains DJ Q, Carlton Martinez Hale, David Harris, and Tony Newman. We also direct your attention as we are excited to present this week's Extra Heartbeat Foundation Captain of the Week to none other than Coach Terry Reed. Coach Reed has led the Burlington Cheerleaders for the last 32 years. In those 32 years, he supported, encouraged, and helped to empower hundreds of athletes during all seasons. Her positive attitude and dedication has earned her the honors of 2011 Iowa High School Cheerleading Coach of the Year and the 2015 Lifetime Achievement Award from the Iowa Cheerleading Coaches Association and the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Terry told us that watching her athletes becoming great people and making a difference in the world has been a deep source of pride for her. Terry worked hard to instill a sense of confidence, responsibility, leadership skills, and good sportsmanship in her athletes, as well as the work ethic to give their absolute best all the time, on and off the field. Terry is the daughter of Bob and Connie Martin, and has been married to her husband Hal for 38 years. In her free time, Coach Reed enjoys shopping, spending time with family and friends, reading, scrapbooking, doing craft projects, and watching sports. We're so grateful for the cheerful impact you made in our community and our school. Congratulations, Terry Reed, today's Captain of the Week. Well, fans, West won the toss and elected to receive to begin the ball game. so please stand in honor of our country as your marching greyhounds perform our national anthem. The officials tonight's game are William Jacobson, Bob Barta, Kurt Johnson, Kyle Larson, and Ray Carley. Kicking off the Greyhounds is Brock Dangler. After we see Isaiah Schaefer and Rick Westerfield.
Break, although it doesn't look like it now as they uncover the pile. Number 30 for Davenport West, James Alley, had the ball hit him right between the 3 and his 0, fell straight down. Ahead of him about 5 yards. He was able to fall on it, however, before the grounds were able to get there.
And we want to see that all night as Brock Dangler kicks off, because you do not want to kick it to Malik Westerfield, Davenport West. A very dangerous kick returner, averaging a little over 20-some-odd yards per kick return.
So first down and 10 for the Falcons from their own 33-yard line. Quarterback Zach Trevino. Behind center, empty backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to throw it on the first play of the game, and he wants make that Isaiah Schaefer Houston down the left sideline, but overshot him. It was out of bounds too. It falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Coverage on the play by Matt Bredard.
Yeah, really nice job by Matt. They're just in a man cover turn, and he was trailing a little bit. Arm barred him as he's running down the sideline, gets him outside the hashes, and not able to make the catch.
Greyhounds looking to avoid the sweep tonight as the JV game went in favor of Davenport West by the score of 34-22. Again, empty backfield for Trevino. Going to throw it again this time. Just a little bit of a screen pass. Crossing pattern more than a screen. Went right through the hands of Peyton Heath and almost picked off on the play by the Greyhounds' Bryce Angle. It too falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, great job by the guys up front putting a lot of pressure. Angle covering on the drag underneath, and just one more step would have been a nice turnover for us early in the ballgame.
Be cool if, like in the middle of my description, just so we get the play right, instead of me saying a screen or a crossing pattern, I could just dub you and it was a drag right along there, so it would be correct at least. 2 right, 1 left once again. Short side of the field is the left side. Trevino going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's got a man cutting across the field from left to right and getting near a first down is going to be Alley again, but he's going to be a couple of yards short. He gets up to the 41, caught it on the near sideline, then tried to basically reverse course all the way across, but got cut down 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, good job by Elias Cordero, the linebacker for the Greyhounds, along with Mark Smith, who has been playing tailback. And, of course, if you listen to the pregame show, Mark is playing a little bit as what they call a bat or weak side safety.
4th and 2, early game key decision for the West Falcons. They're going to go for it. Trevino's going to pitch it to the far side, which is the short side of the field, and it looks like his running back has the first down. That's Jacob Milam, and they're going to give him the 43, which is right at the sticks. Yeah, it's right near the sticks, though. Oh, they're not even going to check. They're going to say he got it, so first down and 10 for the Falcons.
Well, Carlton Martinez-Hale was on pursuit. He kind of bit in early trying to get the dive back. Trevino pitches it out. CMH pushes him, and I think he just throws that ball over the first down marker.
Just underway, a minute old here in the first quarter. West on the first possession of the game, no score. Trevino on the option, again going to pitch it to Milam, and Milam's going to be spun out of bounds and thrown out of bounds by Martinez-Hale at the 48. So they're going to give him a gain of 5. Martinez Hale actually threw him from the 45, but threw him forward.
You know, Scott, this is a different look for the Falcons. They've been messing around with this. They were that spread option read, but now they've gone into that Georgia Tech, Army, Air Force 2x2, just arc motion veer option. And so this is a little adjustment for the Greyhounds.
Now a very tight formation with the tailback 2 yards behind Trevino. Trevino fakes it to the first man through, now pitches it near side. Coming near side is his wide receiver from a couple of plays ago, Peyton Heath, the leading wide receiver for West, gets the carry, and he's got a first down into Greyhound territory to the 44. That's a pickup of 8.
You know, this is assignment football, Scott, for the Greyhounds. Dieback is taken care of by the tackles, quarterback is taken care of by the ends, and the outside linebackers are supposed to take care of pitchman. Right now we don't have those guys in because we've been working to play that pass offense, and here we go back into that 3x1 set.
1st and 10, Ellie in motion, left to right. Keeper by Trevino after he fakes it to Ellie. And he's got yardage inside the 40 to the 37, a gain of 7. It looks like they will give him a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and short at the Greyhound 37.
Peter's doing a good job with the offense and mixing it up between that base offense option and, of course, now into their zone read. LaDainian Ross on the stop for the Greyhounds right there. Scott, you know, this is what West wants to do. They want to get you off your game, having to readjust your thinking about how to defend this offense.
8th play of the drive. 2x1 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Trevino looking right, going to throw right. Has a man in the flat, but threw it way too out of the reach of Peyton Heath, and that was just bad execution because Heath was wide open. Would have made the catch, turned it upfield, would have had the first down, but he just overthrew him, outstretched him by a couple of yards.
Scott, I want to make you aware of something here. Jake Milan was the starting quarterback the first 3 games of the year for the Falcons, and now he's running in the slot, and as a flanker, you know, trick plays are those things that you need to be aware of, guys coming back in reverse, screen passes, those types of things.
3rd down and 3. Fake to the man. Plunging into the line, keeper by Trevino, and he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard as he just tried to follow his left tackle forward. Brought down by Elias Cordero, and it looks like number 11 for the Greyhounds was there as well, Charlie Carlson.
They're not going to punt here, Scott. They were so brave on their first 4th down, they're going to do the same thing. I'd be looking towards that option here on the near side of the field. Some of the bigger boys for the Greyhounds coming in. Nash Garlow checked in, Cody Newman in for the Greyhounds.
4th and 1, tight formation once again for West from the Greyhound 35, and either somebody jumped or somebody called a timeout. It's going to be a timeout called by Burlington with 9:15 remaining in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here.
I think you're just looking at a matchup. I don't think they had all the right personnel in, and I think Coach Shea wanted to make sure he had the right defensive set in. You're looking again. As I said, you're probably looking at near side option coming your way, or maybe just a little helpful quarterback push by the fullback here as they snap the ball. Don't be surprised if you see a hard count and trying to get our guys to jump, but this is not the way the Greyhounds wanted to start on defense. They got to find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback and make some stops before the running backs get into the second level.
Let's set those uniform colors while we've got some time. For Davenport West, they're in their road white jerseys with cardinal red numbers on both sides and their shoulders. Their pants are solid white, no stripes. Helmets are white with cardinal red face masks. They have the vertical wing, Oregon style wing logo on each side. 4th and 1 from the 35 coming out of the timeout. We'll get to the Greyhound colors in just a second. Trevino going to keep it off the left side. He's got a first down as he's just able to fall forward. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but he's big and strong, Zach Trevino. 6'3", 185 pounds, and he's able to fall forward to the 33.
Yeah, just everybody blocks down, and your wingback kicks out, gives you enough crease for the first down.
So 9:10 remaining in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game. Play 11 coming up for Davenport West. They've eaten up almost 3 minutes off the clock. Trevino. Keeper again as he faked it to his tailback, and this time only able to get a yard. Brought down by everybody on the interior of the defensive line for the Greyhounds. Garlow and Ross were there. Cordero was there. Newman was there, and Martinez Hale.
You know what? The scary thing, Scott, that I'm seeing being set up is we got so many people biting on that dive, and the quarterback, that pitch back now for the third time has come free, and this is just the quarterback reading it. So if this is new to them, I mean, Trevino will get comfortable and not be afraid to pitch that thing.
Alley right behind him. They're going to give it on a counter play around the right side and give it to Milam, who's got yardage near the 25. He's got the 27 and not much more. We'll give him a gain of 5, so it'll be 3rd and 4 as we count down toward 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
What's the best way to keep the state's best running back off the field?
Keep the ball out of the offense's hand.
Justin Peters and the Davenport West offense doing a great job of that right now.
Milam split wide to the right. Westerfield split wide to the left on 3rd and 4. Trevino under center. Play action fake. Now pitches it to the pitch man. And he's got room around the left side. That's Peyton Heath, who's down inside the 10. Working his way down near the 5, but there's a flag back at the 20.
Yeah, I think you're gonna find either Chance Clifton or Isaiah Schaefer Houston for the Falcons with a hold there on Ian Taylor. Ian trying to get out to get the tackle on the pitch back and just not able to do so with the hold.
That will erase a gain of 20 yards. It would have given West a 1st and goal at the Greyhound 7, but the 10-yard walk-off will take it from the point of the foul at the 20 back to the 30. So realistically, a 3-yard penalty, but in real terms, a 23-yard penalty because you would have had 1st and goal inside the 10.
So now, you know, it's a chance here. Looks to be an obvious throwing down, but the way the West Falcons have run the ball, you can get 2 good runs here and probably get a 1st.
3rd and 7, under center again. There's a wild-looking pitch to Heath. Here's what happened. I'm going to try and describe it for you. Put it in the breadbasket of his tailback, did the quarterback Trevino. Then he had to try and pitch it while he was in the arms of a Greyhound. While he was being driven to the ground, he tried to pitch it overhand back to his runner, which in this case was Heath, and it one-hopped Heath back to the 37, a loss of 7 yards.
Yeah, I think that was Drake Bailey for the Greyhounds who wrapped up Trevino, and it almost looked like he was doing a throw-in for soccer on the pitch. He was kind of up, put the ball over his head, just kind of pitched it out.
So a big penalty made it 3rd down and long, and now a big loss, and West will punt it away. But a whistle now, delay of game going to be called in Davenport West. So things just getting worse for the Falcons, as that will move the line of scrimmage back to the 42 for the punter, Adam Gibson.
But Scott, watching Adam warm up tonight, he was kicking the ball about 45, 50 yards. So moving him back doesn't do anything but help him try to just let his leg strength kick it.
Well, according to Quick Stats, he has not punted this year.
While watching the warm-up, he had a leg.
And he does. Nice kick. Kicks it to the near side. And P.J. Jones is going to let it hit just short of the 15, and it bounces out of bounds at the 15. So a punt of 27 yards. And the Grounds will get the ball for the first time with 6:38 remaining in the first quarter. So BHS able to hold West off the scoreboard, but West was able to eat 5 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock.
Greyhounds got to really return the favor here, Scott. They got to be able to have a drive that puts the ball on the other side of the 50 to kind of get that momentum that they lost here on the opening series.
First play from scrimmage for the Greyhound offense. KT Thompson to the right of DJ Pugh. Taven Harris customarily to his left. Harris gets the carry on 1st down from the 15. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 1. They're going to give him the 16, I should say. So call it a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 upcoming for Taven Harris and the Greyhound offense.
Josiah Hinton on the stop for the Falcons. Just tried to run that power off tackle, and Hinton was having none of it. 6'2", 240-pound defensive end. Going to be quite a chore for Cody tonight.
No huddle offense. Grounds go to the line of scrimmage, look to the sideline to get the play. 2nd and 9. Pugh gives it to KT Thompson off the left side. Follows Taven into the hole, and KT's got yardage up to the 19. That'll be a gain of about 4.
Yeah, nice job for KT on the stop for the Falcons. Daniel McGlasson, and so really not a bad 2nd down play.
So 3rd down, about 6 to go. Grounds need to get to the 25 to move the change. Give to Thompson again. Wanted to go left, cut it back right, and it just closed up on him pretty quickly. Gets across the 20 to the 22. A gain of 3, but it'll be fourth down, I should say, and 3. And my guess is the Greyhounds will kick it away.
Yeah, hitting again on the stop along with Dalton Karstens, the 5'11", 170-pound senior for the Falcons. Tough going. You got to find a way to get the ball in the air. Throw a hitch, throw it out. Just try to get those guys at the second level loosened up.
So 3 and out for the Greyhounds brings out Carlton Martinez-Hale to kick it away. Snapping issues a week ago, but LaDainian Ross is back in to snap it. And that would have been a good snap, but whistles are blown, and that's going to be a delay of game as well. First penalty on the Greyhounds tonight.
Yeah, that's not what we wanted. Carlton Martinez-Hale's got a nice leg, but I don't think he's going to have a 65-yard leg. So really was a good snap by LaDainian, kind of the old-school two-handed snapper, so that was nice to see. Had some nice velocity on the ball. Greyhounds in that extra spread punt formation with 3 guys spread outside the hash on the left-hand side of the field.
From the 2, bounce back to Martinez-Hale, but he gets off a great kick. Malik Westerfield's going to let it hit at his own 45, and it's going to take a Greyhound roll all the way inside the 35 down to the 32. So call that a punt of 18 plus 35. That's a 53-yard kick for Carlton Martinez-Hale.
Almost proved me wrong, didn't he, Scott?
Well, we won't tell him that you told him he had no leg.
I said he
just
didn't
seconds
have a
before that.
65-yard leg.
In that
really
respect,
close.
you are correct.
But as close as you can get. So here we go. What kind of adjustments can we make here in between series?
Second possession of the night for the Falcons. No score. 4:47 remaining first quarter. Start this drive on their own 32 after starting their first drive on the 33. Here's a swing pass to his tailback, who makes a juke move at the 32. That's Ali, who's able to evade Elias Cordero for a moment, but got help from Alex Zoo to bring him down at the 36, a gain of 3.
Yeah, just a little swing pass again. I am impressed with what West is doing. They bring you out wide, bring you back in tight, kind of really keep you guessing.
2 receivers go wide to the right side in Westerfield and Milan. 1 comes wide to the left side. That's Heath. 2nd and 7. Trevino going to throw it again, pressured from the backside. He's going to get positive yardage and avoid the sack, but he had Greyhounds bearing down from the back in Nash Garlow, and from the front in LaDainian Ross. He gets a yard to the 38. It'll be second down, or third down, I should say, in about 4. I got to stop looking at the stick. Just got to trust my gut and know that 3 comes after 2.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. And to think I wanted to go back to school to teach math. Can you imagine me doing that?
We are all very thankful.
As am I, and all the children of the Burlington Community School District. 3rd and 4 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun snap to Trevino. He's got the first down as he just tucked it and run. I don't know if that was designed, but the ends crashed so hard for the Greyhounds, he just split them and went right up the hash mark for a first down to the 47.
One of Coach Shea's trademarks over the years has been bringing pressure from the outside, whether it be the end or the outside linebackers, hoping that the guys in the middle would be able to collapse the pocket. Trevino does a nice job of reading the lane, getting the first down for the Falcons.
So 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Here's a pitch around the left side to Peyton Heath. Heath puts his foot in the ground and plants it just short of midfield, gains an extra 3 yards before being shoved out of bounds with authority. I believe that was Dontarius Sawyer who hit him from behind. Or you're saying it's Mark Smith?
Yep, it was. Good chase down by Greyhounds. And, just keeping the Greyhounds off balance, not sure what kind of offensive set they're going to come out in. This is this series where they've gone to the spread look, and now they've jumped right back in at second down in the 2x2 option set.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Trevino under center, dropping back to pass. Now he's flushed, going to scramble to the right. Throws to the right. He's got a man. He's got a first down to the 42. And that's going to be
80.
Yep, that's going to be Peyton Heath again with the catch. So first down West at the Greyhound 42. Clock approaching 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Not much Charlie Carlson could do for the Greyhounds right there. He's draped all over him. Waited till the ball was in the air and in the neighborhood before he made contact. Nice catch by Peyton.
Something to keep an eye on. Time of possession. Here's a pitch to Milam, taking it around the right side on a jet sweep. kind of a modified jet sweep, as it was a pitch about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Rocket sweep.
Rocket sweep, gain of 2. See, that's why I need that little
Insert
dud
the button.
button.
Right. It is the rocket sweep, but you know who got the ball. Did you see who got
What's
the ball?
the difference between a jet and a rocket?
Jet is flat, rocket is arced.
That would make sense because a jet is more flat comparative to the horizon, whereas a jet more flat, but a rocket goes away from the horizon. I get it. Trevino back to pass, swings it out right side. That's Heath again. Little stutter step at the 37, works his way to the 35 before he's pushed out of bounds at the 34. It'll be 3rd down and 2, and that's a big thing so far. West just giving themselves a lot of 3rd down and very manageables.
Well, and they're giving the Greyhounds so many different looks. It's hard to get comfortable in a defensive set and how to be able to call it. And Coach Shea is doing all that he can, trying to flip in personnel to try to match this offense.
3rd and 2 at the Greyhound 34. Trevino gonna tuck it and run as he tried to sprint around the left side. Then he planted his left foot, turned it upfield. He got somewhere between the 32 and 33. Needed to get to the 32 for a 1st down. They're going to spot him about a yard short.
LaDanian Ross with the backside tackle on Trevino. It is 3rd and less than 1. Are they holding for the quarter?
West is going to go for it. 1:50 remaining as the clock continues to go. The Greyhounds have had the ball for all of 1 minute and 51 seconds here in the opening stanza. West has owned it all otherwise. So Isaiah Schaefer Houston, sorry John, he goes split wide to the right. Malik Westerfield wide to the left. Tight formation, gives it, no, he fakes it. Trevino's going to keep it and just spins his way inside the 30 to the 28. And when I say gave it, no, kept it, he put it right in the breadbasket of Milam, and they actually kind of just tandem carried it to the 27.
Yeah. Nice little quarterback follow with that motion. And you know what? Again, I continue to praise Coach Peters and their offensive staff for setting up this game plan to keep Taven Harris off the field and the defense of the Greyhounds on their toes.
Final minute of the 1st quarter after this play. Trevino back to pass. Throws left side. He's got a man. That's Westerfield at the 15. Pushed out of bounds by Dontarius Sawyer. Matt Berdar on the coverage, but enough for another Davenport West 1st down.
Well, this is where you got to have something happen. Good for you if you're the Greyhounds. Got to have some sort of miscue by the Falcons, some sort of misread, mispitch. Try to get a ball disruption and get your offense back out on the field. Definitely don't let these guys get into the end zone.
First time in the red zone officially for Davenport West. 1st and 10 from the Greyhound 15. Here's Peyton Heath on the sweep, and he's tripped up by Alex Zoo. And I think helping him out was Jules Hood as well. Loss of 2. Back to the 17.
Nice job by Alex by turning in the runner, and Jules wanted to make sure that that guy wasn't going to go anywhere and really just did a nice job of pancaking him.
Jacob Van Vertlo into the lineup for the Greyhounds, joining Hunter Timmerman as a linebacker. Carlton Martinez-Hale, the 3rd linebacker in this formation. Now he goes out and he's going to cover Milam in the slot to the right side. Empty backfield for West and Trevino. Trevino going to roll right, designed rollout. He's got a man that's going to be Westerfield at the 13. Run out of bounds by Martinez-Hale at the 11. So it'll be 3rd down upcoming and about 6 to go.
You know what? We talked about this not being very elite, but you're talking about 2 guys who are pretty elite athletes in Carlos Martinez-Hale and Malik Westerfield, averaging 28.3 catches, 28.3 yards per catch. Nice job by the defense to not let that thing get any further.
21.5 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 6 from the 11. Trevino, empty backfield, shotgun, throws down the middle. He's got a man wide open. That's Peyton Heath. Nobody within 5 yards of him, and he just makes the catch, crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Davenport West. 13 plays, 68 yards in 4 minutes and 29 seconds.
Peyton Heath just got lost in the shuffle by the defense as they were trying to adjust in their man coverage. They were playing cover 1. Safety, I believe it was Charlie Carlson, slides over, and then there's nobody to cover that middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch for the Falcons.
And to try the extra point for Davenport West is Adam Gibson. Step and blocked. That time, was it Matt Berdar or Drake Parks?
No,
that was Taylor. Ian Taylor. Was it?
No, do they not
Martinez
watch
Hale?
film? Do they not watch film? Does nobody watch video anymore? This is the 4th game that Carlos Martinez Hale has knocked down a point after kick from straight on above the center. You know what? Do you remember the movie Invincible?
Yes.
When Vince Papale finally started tackling guys, and then I forgot the giant running back goes, somebody block that guy. Somebody's got to be saying in some film room somewhere, someone's got to block 21. Just incredible how he's been able to get his hands so easily on so many point after kicks.
So the score is 6-0. A couple of impressive drives so far just to set the stage for you. 26 plays on offense for Davenport West for a total of, let's see, help me with the math, 27 plus 35, that's 62 plus 68, 130 yards of total offense so far here in the first quarter. Burlington went 3 and out on their first drive for, I think, about 5 yards.
And the time of possession is really a deal because you can move the ball over the field, but if you don't score, it's one thing. But if you move the ball over the field, score, and chew up clock time, that really puts the Greyhounds, who have not done a good job of being able to come from behind,
9:21 to, or 9:51 to 151. So Adam Gibson has it on the tee. He will approach and get us back underway. Kicks it deep. Going to be taken by P.J. Jones at the 6. Jones bringing it up the near side. That's Sawyer. No, that's Smith. Mark Smith. The 40, 45, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Here goes the boom because Mark Smith, touchdown Greyhounds. As soon as I got it right, he made it work. Mark Smith, 95 yards.
Who needs time of possession? Just give him 6 inches of daylight. He'll take care of it. Mark Smith with a great kickoff return. Great setup by the kickoff return team, turning their defenders inside so Mark could get the outside lane. And then it was a track meet, and if you've all forgotten, Mark Smith was one of our 100-meter dash runners who qualified for not only Drake relays, but also for the Iowa State track meet.
So Brock Dengler in to apparently try for the extra point, although there is no holder. Now DJ Pugh, as the play clock thankfully has not started yet, so DJ's got plenty of time to sprint out to the 10-yard line and get ready to put the ball on the tee. Ross with the snap, Pugh with the hold, Dengler with the kick. All three work to perfection. And so with just under 6 minutes, or 6 seconds I should say, remaining in the first quarter, Burlington jumps out to a 7-6 lead. We'll keep her right here since there's only 6 seconds remaining. Teams is that third thing Zach Shea and I talked about yesterday that people don't often think about, but in games like this it may come down to.
What a great picture. The haze of the boom hovering over Bracewell.
Westerfield and Schaefer Houston back deep for West to receive the kick from Dengler, but it's a short kick, going to be taken at the 27 by Alley. Alley going across the far side of the field, 30, 35, 40. And brought down at the 46 from behind
by the man who brought to the touchdown.
And so that's how the first quarter comes to an end. A fairly uneventful first quarter except for the long drives by West, and then in the span of about 13 seconds, touchdown West. Kickoff return, Mark Smith and the Greyhounds. We go to the second quarter. Greyhounds 7, Falcons 6. Back in 1 minute on KBUR.
First and 10 West on the 46. First and 10. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Third time on the field. A procedure violation against the West. They'll bring up first and 15 at the 49.
Teams is very important. Trevino back to pass. He's got a man between the hashes, I should say, and that's Peyton Heath. Heath with a catch and run down inside the 20 as he was wide open between the hash marks, just right down the middle of the field. Big pickup on first down.
Scott, in order, one of the things that Coach Shea is trying to do right now is play cover zero, which means everybody has a man, which means there's no safety to help out. And that's all they're doing. They're just getting guys going in motion, spreading guys out, and all of a sudden Heath is just wide open as that wingback. It looks like he's stepping down the block on Hood or one of the other defensive ends.
Gain of 30 to the Greyhound 19. Here's Martinez Hale getting through and into the backfield and forcing a sack for Nash Garlow, as Zach Trevino was not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Got from his own, or from the ground, 25 down to the 22, but a loss of 3 and a Garlow sack makes it 2nd and 13.
You know, we've not been able to call his name too much on defense. Teams have been able to kind of figure out ways to scheme him, but Coach Shea did a nice job there, keeping him back in the second level just a little bit longer so he could come. Carlos does a nice job of timing the snap, as we've been saying all year long on that PAT blocks he has.
2nd and 13. Trevino going to throw right into the end zone. Malik Westerfield with the catch. Got away with a push-off on Ian Taylor, and it's a 22-yard touchdown pass from Trevino to Westerfield, and it's 12-7.
Man, not even a hint of maybe reaching in and pulling it. Westerfield with a deliberate two-handed shove on Taylor. Not much Ian can do when you're falling forward after being shoved backwards. Nice pitch and catch by the Falcons. Hopefully, no, not hopefully. Maybe they still haven't figured out who can block 21.
Gibson in to try the extra point again. This time he gets it up, and it is good. Didn't go very far, and I thought maybe it snuck outside the right goalpost, but it didn't. So with 10:22 remaining before halftime, West jumps back out on top. It's now 13-7 Falcons on KBUR. Good if you hadn't had your stupid pizza box over the top of it.
Figure it out.
That's truly a lid on the basket. 4 plays, 54 yards, and a minute 43, and Adam Gibson has it back on the tee to kick it away to either Mark Smith, or Taven Harris, but he's going to kick it short this time, taken at the 30 by one of the men for the Greyhounds, Drake Bailey, with a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Probably going to go to the sideline and say, Coach, 63 doesn't fit me. You need to put like
36.
43 or 33 or 23 on me. I can make the play at wide out.
Do whatever. Well, you don't think they were going to try to kick it deep again with the state's best running back and a guy who just lit you for 95. I think those guys would have figured out.
3-yard return for Mr. Bailey. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Greyhounds from the 33. Martinez Hale split wide to the left. Drake Park split wide to the right. That's the short side of the field. Pitch to Harris coming around the left side, following KT Thompson. Sets the edge, has the corner. 50, 40, 30, 20. Brought down because Isaiah Schaefer Houston had the angle, but 67 minus 8 is 59 yards on the carry. So 2 carries, now 60 yards on the countdown to 108 for Taven Harris, and it's first down and goal for the Greyhounds at the Davenport West 8-yard line.
Does such a great job of reading the blocks of the guys in front of him. He saw that the block was going to be a kick out, sticks his foot in the turf, and turns on the accelerators. Fun guy to watch. We'll miss him next year.
So first down and goal at the 8-yard line, just under 10 minutes remaining. Greyhounds trail 13-7, trying to take the lead back. Harris, just simple, right up the gut, gain of 2 to the 6.
Man, just some hard running after a big run. Daniel McGlasson, the 6', 315-pound junior with the stop for the Falcons. That's a lot of bird right in there in the middle.
Give him 1. They spotted at the 7, so it'll be second and goal from the 7. Taven Harris, 3 carries, 61 yards. Parks right, Martinez Hale left. Fake pitch to Harris. Give to KT Thompson right up the gut off the left side. He's got 4 down to the 3 before he's tripped up. It'll be third and goal.
Man, 4 Falcons are assigned to Taven, it looks like, because wherever he goes, they were going. KT was just steps away if it weren't for Malik Westerfield with the tackle. Let's punch it in now.
3s are wild. 3rd and 3 from the 3. Quarterback number 3, DJ Pugh, barking out signals. Taven Harris 3 yards behind DJ. Give to Harris right up the gut.
Oh, yes.
Take KT Thompson into the hole, into the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds. And Cody Newman just hit Taven Harris harder than anybody for Davenport West has tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue right now. Greyhound center Travis Thompson, little limpy on that left ankle, must have got it twisted up there. Hopefully he'll be able to shake it off. LaDanian Ross on the snap. DJ Pugh with a hold. Dangler set.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is no good. He pulled it left. So with 8:38 remaining in the second quarter, it's now tied. 13 up, 13 down, back in 1 minute on KBUR.
You have a dream. Maybe it's a state-of-the-art kitchen. Maybe a new luxurious master bath. Maybe a storefront makeover. Barn Grover Glass can help make your dreams come true. With all your remodeling needs in one place, Barn Grover Glass specializes in
for West. Brock Baylor to kick off.
Yard touchdown drive. It took 1 minute and 44 seconds, and we're tied at 13 as Brock Dengler has it back on the tee. Now, these are the type of games that are fun to call.
We talked about time of possession, right?
Squib kick. Hits a West Falcon at the 30, bounces right back into the hands of Malik Westerfield. He's trying to get the left corner, 35-40. Run out of bounds by Mark Smith, who had the angle just across the 45 at the 47. So great field position to start for the Falcons as they try and break this 13 all time.
Right, I said time of possession was big, right?
That is correct.
Apparently not anymore.
Well,
Does this
we'll
have
find
hints?
out in the second half.
Does this have hints of 69-52?
Well, I don't know if it's that high, but we can dream. That would be fun. Empty backfield for the Falcons. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Actually, 1 to the left with a pair of wing backs, and now there's going to be a delay game. John Flaherty. There are flags thrown by the back judge and the near side official. Illegal substitution on the Greyhounds, says the man in the white hat, Mr. William Jacobson. You know, back in the early 1900s, officials were simply people who showed up that were in positions of power, like, you know, principals or teachers. A little different back in the 1900s. Well, that's right, I'm doing research, John. That's what the people don't know. 1st and 5 from the Greyhound 48. Trevino flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's got a first down inside the 40, down to the 34, before he's brought down by Elias Cordero.
He is a slippery little sucker, isn't he? He
You know
finds a gap.
who he reminds me of when he's in the open field? A little bit of Reese Wissinger, tall, lanky, got some speed, elusive.
A little bit of swivel hip action.
Swivel hips. You know, I thought I coined that phrase.
No.
But I'd never heard it before I used it. So I'm going to say I coined it, and people borrowed it from me 30 years prior as we travel in time. Here's Trevino again on the fake handoff to Alley as Alley was coming around the right side. Trevino just took it right up the gut once again for a gain of 5 to the 29.
Man, this zone read is just killer because you think you see something as a defensive lineman. You have to play assignment football. When you see the ball in the belly of the back, tackle the back. Let the ends and the outside linebackers take care of pitch and quarterback. You've got to be disciplined. It's so tough to play.
1st and 10 at the Greyhound 29. Westerfield left. Now they sweep it with number 80 once again. And that's Peyton Heath. Heath with a gain to the 27, a gain of 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Scott, I was signaling to you that, again, they were in cover 0.
I ignore you.
I know. But if you look again, Dontario Sawyer, the free safety, is 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. He was up on the top end of the field here, and I'm telling you, when you get that extra back, when you get Milan out, and he's arcing around, you are putting yourself in a great deal of peril.
Empty backfield on 3rd and 3. Trevino going to roll right, pressured by Carlton Martinez-Hale. Trevino just threw it right into the ground, and he's going to be called for intentional grounding by the man in the white hat. But Trevino pleading his case, saying, I had guys in the area. I think it's falling on deaf ears. It is. That'll be a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down, so it will take the ball all the way back to the 37-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 13. But now the officials are going to talk about it. They're going to try and figure out maybe Trevino had a point.
Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Milan was over there trying to sell it too. Get the special teams group out. Don't let these officials be talking into anything. It's a great play by Martinez-Hale. Scott, this is the thing that always bugged me. You're not helping your cause.
No.
You just let those guys do their job.
They do ultimately call an intentional grounding penalty on Trevino. Oh, it's from the spot of the foul, so it's actually going to be a 15-yard walk-off back to the 42.
Fourth and
loss of down, 4th down and about 18.
Doesn't stop the Falcons. They have total confidence in their offense in that 3-by-2 set. Watch Peyton Heath. Somebody better lock up on him.
Or it could be a quick kick. Although now there's going to be a timeout
called
by
timeout.
Coach Justin Peters on the far side. Now he's going to send his punt team in.
I don't think he knew the down and distance.
Sticks right there on your sideline.
I understand that, but I saw him kind of hesitate and look.
You football coaches, man, you always use, I don't think he knew it. That's no excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse.
I mean, I know us baseball coaches, we have a lot of time to think about stuff.
Too much time.
too much time.
Too much time. I don't like the
You always
MLB.
got to be thinking 2 steps ahead, man.
I don't like the MLB, and when they have to interview the managers in the dugout. Could you imagine doing that on the football field? We're gonna go to Bill Belichick on the sideline.
I'm going to tell you this. I think Brock Schnaden would echo that all we ever do in the dugout is talk baseball. Never about anything else. Never about our kids. Never about our families. We're always focused, laser focus on a baseball game.
Sure.
That's why we're so sharp. Always thinking 2-3 steps ahead.
I'm sure you are. I am going to give out a shout out to a guy who, in my years of coaching, was that guy who was always 2 or 3 steps ahead. Jerry Anderson. It was one of my joys to be able to assist him during the years our kids were playing some junior league ball. He'd go, okay, this guy's going to throw a fastball curve and then another.
Well, that's just being a lucky predictor.
No, he knew what he was talking about.
I would have to then give somebody else credit for something I can't do. Adam Gibson in to kick it away now on 4th and 13. Nice kick. Didn't get it to turnover. It'll be fair caught by Drake Parks at the 8-yard line. Nice kick nonetheless.
Coach Shea really having a struggle getting his personnel guys. Jacob Van Vertlo was not sure. In, out. Been down those sidewalks many times in my career too, trying to find the right guy to get in.
So 1st and 10 Greyhounds from their own 8, just to give you a little bit of Taven Harris watch information. Down to 44 yards needed to set an all-time single-season rushing record here at Burlington High School. From the 8, DJ Pugh will turn and hand it to Harris off the right side. Taven stumbles forward to the 13. That'll be a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now with 69 yards.
You know what? If he can just not get tripped up, I couldn't see who stuck their hand out there and just kind of tripped him. Might have been Hazlett, got his hand on a shoe or something, but he gets through in there and he's gone to the house. So they are bringing an extra guy trying to guess what gap he's going through.
2nd and 5 from the 13-yard line. DJ claps his hands. He'll follow Taven into the hole, and he's brought down by a big left-handed paw. I want to say that was 58 who brought him down. That would have been Sebastian Frick, or it could have been 69, who is Sincere Gray at 6'1", 315. Either way, one paw was all it took.
Well, if it's either one of those two guys, it's a lot against a little. It's just kind of one of those cartoonish things that you'd see where his feet just kind of dangled up in the air a little bit.
His body was stopped, but his feet were still moving while airborne. DJ Pugh pitches it to Harris around the left side, following KT Thompson around the edge. And Taven's got a first down across the 20 to the 22-yard line. So that will be a pickup of another 8 yards for Taven Harris. Give him 77 on 6 carries now. But more importantly for the team, another Greyhound first down.
Scott, I can't believe that the official missed the face mask by Kyle Burton of the Falcons. Taven stuck his foot in the ground like he did the last time he went. Burton put his hand out right across the front of that face mask.
Give him 9, so it's 78 yards on 6 carries. Pugh going to throw it on first down. Wanted Drake Parks on a quick slant. He was hit, but no call. Malik Westerfield got there a step too soon, but no call. I guess they said it was uncatchable. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there's no such thing as uncatchable. I just think they're both going for the ball. I don't like the rule myself, but it's the way it goes.
5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 13-13 your score. Both teams have scored 2 touchdowns. Both teams have missed extra points. 2nd and 10. DJ Pugh claps his hands, turns and hands it to Taven Harris. Harris across the 30, dives forward. His elbow hits at the 31. That's a gain of 8. So it'll be 3rd and 2, and Taven up to 86 yards.
And if Clayton Bordenson, the 5'10", 205-pound senior for the Falcons, doesn't wrap up that shoe, Taven's gone again. So those guys just getting enough of Taven to try to hold him off. Be nice just to snap one off and end this wait.
22 yards for a single-season rushing record. Pitch to Taven. He'll take it around the right side. Plants his foot, tries to get the corner. He does. He's across the 35, near the 36. They're going to give him the 35. So it'll be a
flag on the field.
Gain of 4, but a flag down, as John said, at the 34. We'll see what this is.
Oh, Isaac Wixom, Tyler Bailey. Yeah, one of those guys. Had a hold of somebody's arm as Taven was trying to go through. Put the spot on the 35.
So 10-yard walk-off will be back to the 25. Does he get credit for the 4 yards?
That's you.
That's a question.
That is you. I know a guy
and the down is replayed, so I don't think he would.
I know there's a guy who's watching on stream tonight who would know.
Joe, you need to text us and let us know on a carry that results in a penalty, do you get credit for the yardage? I don't think so because the down doesn't change. And it's a spot foul. 3rd down and 8 from the 25. Here's a counter now as they're going to reverse it with Carlton Martinez-Hale. Everybody was keying on KT and Taven as it came around the left side. Martinez-Hale went right, now a late flag. Going to be close to a first down if it stands. It's Martinez-Hale, or could that be
Blake Myers?
Could have gotten caught for a hold on the far side.
Blake was holding on, trying to see what's going on, blocking the back.
No, it's a hold. He had that was a fist.
Did he pull it?
Yeah, that was a pull.
Okay. Stark over there, I can't see.
You want my binoculars?
No, it's just dark. I need it lighter.
You want my binoculars?
No, change the light, Scott.
I know what you're getting
These
at, but
Musco lights are
hey,
great.
I can't
Change
do
the
that.
angle.
I can provide you with binoculars.
Change the angle.
You numbskull.
Change the angle.
3rd down and 12 at the 21. Just stop talking.
No.
Stop talking. 3:52 remaining in the second quarter. 13-13. Martinez-Hale left. Drake Parks right. KT to the left of Pugh with Harris behind him. Pugh out and up. Wants to go deep to Martinez-Hale. Carlton's got it at midfield, but he had to hold up straight arm at the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet, being ridden down by Malik Westerfield all the way to the 23-yard line.
2 things. 2 wonderful things. First of all, great technique by DJ with a nice tight shoulder pump, but man, he threw it with every ounce of his body, and he was like, I know he's going to run under it. It just looked like it was out in the backyard somewhere.
And he did run under it, but unfortunately had to hold up, or else that's probably 6.
Yeah.
Joe has texted me and said, in college, credit to the spot where the foul occurred if it happened beyond the line of scrimmage. But I'm not going to count it. I'm going to be safe. Fake to Harris, give inside to KT Thompson, spin move at the 15, down to the 10, a gain of 13 for KT, and it'll be first down and perhaps goal depending on the spot.
So happy to see KT getting some extra yards there. Great spin move. Another good concept by the offensive staff of the Greyhounds. Get Taven in motion. I'm telling you, Scott, if you don't see it, there's 3 or 4 guys who I know are specifically assigned to try to find out where Taven is to stop him.
Well, timeout going to be taken on the field by the Falcons, and I can guarantee you what's going through Justin Peters' head is this is a New England-type situation. They talk about it all the time during a Patriots game. Bill Belichick loves to defer if he wins the toss because they've done it so often. They go in and score to end the first half, knowing they get the ball to start the second half. Greyhounds have the ball, first down and goal, it appears. They're going to say goal. Nose of the football resting on the 10. 3:13 remaining in the first half. You get a score here, find a way to stop them, then you go back-to-back. You go from tied to up at least 12.
I'd be okay with them taking as much time off the clock in this last 3 minutes here from where you're at. But the way that Taven and KT are running right now, you just never know. The other thing we haven't seen, Scott, is we haven't seen DJ keep it on a naked. So don't be surprised. Get guys spread out, see that happen.
So first and goal from the 10. Harris, no, fake. DJ's going to keep it around the right side. Straight arm. Back at the 15, stays on his feet, lunges forward to the 8-yard line for a gain of 2.
On call, thank you very much. Enjoyed being able to get that one right.
You're so cool.
I know. But again, you're running laterally, so it eats the clock a little bit more, and that's good. Get down the 4th and whatever and let Taven put it in the end zone.
2:50 and counting. Hounds go no huddle. Harris right up the gut from the 8. Not touched until he got to the 5, but he's going to fall forward to the 1, a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1.
Yeah.
Give him 93, maybe 97 yards. We don't know for sure. 10th play of the drive. Tight formation. DJ Pugh is going to keep it. Goes into the end zone. You heard the boom. Tom, you're overshadowing me. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Patriot push. Nash Garlow, Taven Harris helping out any way he can. KT Thompson assisting DJ Pugh. Just to think, Scott, 2 years ago that would have all been illegal and brought it back. Great to see.
How do you feel about that? You like the fact they've made that legal?
Do you think I'm still talking about it? So how do you think I feel?
I think you wished it was around when you were on the sidelines. Brock Dengler to try the extra point. It's up this time. He splits the uprights. 2:25 remaining in the half. Burlington 20. Falcons 13. Back in 1 minute on KBOR.
Touchdown is by TJ Pugh.
(20-13) Greyhounds on top after a 9-play, 92-yard drive, and Brock Dengler gets us back underway, taking it to 27. That is Isaiah Schaefer Houston, and a nice 12-yard return or so. Good coverage on the grounds. Now a late flag throw, and I don't know if maybe somebody came in late as Schaefer Houston stays on the ground for a couple of counts.
Got to be careful. You don't want chippiness now to mar really what's been a very nice competitive half, fairly clean as well.
12-yard return plus a punch to the head, so evidently some sort of spearing.
It is a spear
on the Greyhounds.
That is the call.
Bob Engberg has Taven at 96 yards. I have him at 93 or 97. So he must be counting those 4 yards. 15-yard walk-off will take it to the Greyhound 46 for West to start this drive. 2:20 remaining in the second quarter. Trevino flushed out of the pocket, running for his life. Still running. Now throws. Had two players in the same area in Milam and Heath, and basically it split both of them. Neither one of them knew which was going to take it, and it falls incomplete.
You know what? I really like what Coach Shea is doing with Mark Smith. He is kind of the counterbalance of Carlton Martinez-Hale on the other side, and he, with his speed, he's able to chase down a lot of things and disrupt Trevino, and letting those inside tackles try to clean that up.
2:11 left, second quarter. Trevino on 2nd and 10. Pump fake right, throws left, has a man look through his hands. That was Alley on the far side. Just kind of a throwback play, and Alley was wide open, but a little too hot by Trevino, went right through his hands. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Again, pressure of Mark Smith hiding in the tall trees of the offensive line, sneaks through the gap and gets his hands up. I think it throws off the vision. So, Scott, just what we talked about, you get the score, you try to get a stop here, find something good to happen, don't turn the ball over, get the ball in the second half.
Empty backfield, 2 receivers to the right side for West. Trevino looking down the left side where he's got single coverage on his man. That's Malik Westerfield, who can't come up with it because number 4, Matt Berdar, is there on the coverage and knocks it away. Did he give the X that time?
He did give the X. Good job, Matty. Just shut up and let him play, right? Isn't that what they said?
He did give the X. I just saw the replay on the scoreboard.
Really nice catch-up speed.
But tonight, it's okay.
It was
when you're down 52-0 or whatever it was when he did it last
week. It just means you got passion all the time.
Yeah, that's what we'll go with. 4th and 10 to kick it away is Gibson.
Get out.
Kicks it straight up in the air, and it went out of bounds short of the 20. Hit at the 20, but well out of bounds. We'll see where the official is going to say it flew diagonally. Out of bounds, he'll spot it at the Burlington 27.
No need to rush. let the clock run out. I know you got a chance maybe to take one more shot deep, but you don't want to have anything. Really, you don't want a turnover, I guess is what I'm saying, Scott. You don't want to give this ball up cheaply.
First 3 and out of the game for the Greyhound defense. So we've got 73 yards to go to pay dirt in 1:53 and 2 timeouts. Taven Harris at 93, 96, or 97 yards. Harris going to bring it around the left side. He's got running room 30, 35, 40. Run out of bounds at the 43. That will be a pickup of 16. So give him 109 at least, and that's going to do it on that carry. Taven Harris, we think, has become the all-time unofficial single-season rushing champion, leader, whatever you want to say, for the Burlington Greyhounds. Over 110 years of football, and Taven Harris now your single-season rushing leader. Harris once again off the right side. For sure he's got it now as he gets up across the 45 near the 46. Congratulations, Taven Harris. You have had one heck of a year, and you still have 2.5 games to go.
And really a great career. Great career. I hope he keeps his options open about being able to play at the next level. Certainly deserving of it.
Saw him the other night at Pizza Ranch during a fundraiser. He said there are a couple of schools out there who are interested. He's leaving him open for right now. Harris off the left side. This time picks up 2 to the 48. Clock will continue to run at 1:10. Now Burlington will take a timeout at 1:07, and now they should make the announcement about Taven Harris becoming the all-time single-season rushing leader in Burlington high school history.
Let's listen for it. Maybe it'll happen.
Well, they said the next dead ball. He's got all the yardage back to the 27. He needed 12 supposedly to the 48. That's 21 yards.
Everybody's being kind of silent.
Well, either way, we'll keep talking because dead air on the radio is not good. Dead air at a stadium, you've got the mingling, the distraction of the people.
The ambiance. Have they posted anything on the scoreboard?
There we go.
Awesome. Just simply awesome. Nobody more deserving. Coach Ramondo Randall going out to the field, grabbing the game ball where he broke it, and they are now going to put that thing away for posterity.
That record has stood for 56 football seasons. You're talking about guys like Josh Osborne, Garrett Grimshaw, Brett Grimshaw, Baron Darnell, running backs, Jared Herring, Jordan Webb, you name them. Guys that have carried the football have not done what Taven Harris has done this year. Congratulations, big number 24. He's going to get it again. Now he wants to throw it, but he's going to tuck it and run. A flag on the play on the far side as the clock will stop. Just under a minute remaining. Yardage to the 47 of West if it stands, but we'll see what the penalty is. Holding on the Greyhounds. That's the third in the last 2 drives for the Burlington offense.
Good thing you got the extra yardage. Don't want to go backwards now.
That's right.
I know we talked about it on air before.
Well, he's well past 108 now. That is about like a 120.
We do not want any more.
Unless he runs backward.
Taven may be coming out here for a blow at the end of the half. Nope, KT Thompson.
I think everybody will take a blow at the end of the half because it's halftime.
End of the play. Thank you.
Idiot. God. Talking is hard.
Okay, math is hard.
So 3rd down now and 13 to go at the Greyhound 40. Have to get to the West 47 to move the sticks. 59.6 seconds remaining. Harris going to reverse it now with Smith. But that was sniffed out, but Smith still on his feet. Smith able to almost get to the corner before he's run down. Nice angle on the play by Luke Woods Ford to stop Mark Smith for a 3-yard loss back at the 36. But another flag resting ever so gently at the 33.
Yeah, DJ Pugh, not known for his blocking skills. A little help in the push in the back.
Another hold or push in the back. And you're right. Illegal block in the back. Declined. So it'll be 4th down and 17 to go for the Greyhounds. They'll kick it away with Carlton Martinez-Hale Probably not the way Zach Shea wanted to see this drive go. He probably wanted to run out the half.
Yep.
But CMH is going to have to kick it away to Malik Westerfield, who's back inside his own 30. Steps into it. End over end kick. Going to hit at the 35 and take a Falcon roll.
Nice hustle.
And down at the 37 by LaDainian Ross. A little dummy with the hustle after the snap. Gets down there, and he's able to down the punt at the 47. So with 34.2 remaining in the half and trailing by 7, West will have one final opportunity to try and tie this up.
Well, I try to find a way to get my eyes and hands on Peyton Heath, the leading receiver tonight, and make sure that we can kind of keep Trevino in the pocket.
2 left, 1 right. Trevino going to throw, obviously. Flushed out of the pocket, pressure from both sides. Trevino's got yardage beyond the 45 to the 46, a gain of 9. Now they're actually going to spot it right at the 45, so a gain of 8, but he gets the clock stopped at 28 seconds remaining.
Well, with Westerfield and who else am I thinking about? Oh, Schaefer Houston. It's got those guys have a lot of extra fuel in the tank, and they can really get by our corners. That is a weakness in the matchup, so don't be surprised if you see a little fade route work here.
2nd down and 2 from the 45. Trevino scrambling, went left, now bringing it back right. Going to get to midfield before he's closed out by Drake Parks, who thought better of trying to lay a smack down on Trevino and just let him go out of bounds of his own volition at midfield. 19.3 and a first down for Davenport West.
And I'm okay with them bending and bending. Let the clock run out without the ball getting in the end zone. That would be okay.
1 timeout for each team here in the final 20 seconds of the first half. 20-13, Greyhounds on top. Empty backfield once again, sends a man in motion and alley from right to left. Rolling left is Trevino. Now he stops, surveys the field. Now he's directing traffic. Now he's going to be hit by Martinez Hale. Fumbles the football, but they're going to say his arm was moving forward, as also getting there, I believe, was Garlow. Nash Garlow converged with Martinez Hale to force Trevino to make a decision, and he throws it into the ground with 8.4 remaining.
So they got one more chance to throw it up. Zach Shea doing a good job replacing some of his linemen. In comes Jules Hood replacing Isaac Wixom. Got Drake Bailey, Nash Garlow up front. You've brought in Owen George as your extra cover back, along with Sawyer Carlson. Who else we got here? Parks and Berdar.
Alley in motion, right to left. Fake it to Alley, keeper by Trevino, and he's going to be hit at the 49 and driven backward, but a flag on the play. John thinks it's a face mask. You know who we haven't talked about, and I don't even see him on the field, is number 22. He was not mentioned by Coach Shea as somebody being injured, but P.J. Jones not in the game tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if he's injured or what the issue is. Be something that we may have to talk about if he gets a chance to get up here after the ball game, but really, guys playing pretty well. Garlow just a little over anxious trying to bring down Trevino.
So $1.07, as in 1.7 seconds remaining. Davenport West will have to take its final time out of the half. Trevino actually lost 1 on the play, but with the 15-yard face mask, that'll take it to the Burlington 36. So one final play from 36 yards out for Davenport West, leading into halftime.
Looking at trap. I think they're going to trap. Run something up the middle.
Once again, congratulations to Taven Harris, unofficially, according to the press box on the other side, 117 yards. You said something funny. I don't know. What did you say, John?
Nothing.
You thought it was funny yourself.
No. Again.
You said trap.
So they're going to run trap up the middle. Something safe.
That's what a trap is.
Maybe take a knee.
Up the middle. I don't think they'll do that.
No. I don't think so either, Scott. I think
they'll go. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they're going to throw one into the end zone. Trevino's got the arm to do it.
And I think, again, with Westerfield and with Houston's speed, I think they got a chance.
I'll rethink it. Draw play. Draw play. Just run out the half, go in down 7.
Triple reverse, the annexation of Puerto Rico. I think if
Little
we get
Giants.
That,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Trips to the left side, but he's going to throw it right, it would appear. Trevino going into the end zone, wants Westerfield, but threw it out of bounds, incomplete, and that's how the first 24 minutes will go into the books. Big doings here at Burlington High School. Burlington leads 20-13. Taven Harris is your new single-season rushing leader at Burlington High School, and we've still got a half of football to play. Don't go anywhere. In 2 minutes, we'll come back to begin the halftime show here on KVUR. 20-13, Greyhounds on top. Back in a couple.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Marching Greyhounds will perform music from Phantom of the Opera. Selections he's performed include the Phantom of the Opera, Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, featuring Anthony Nelson on flugelhorn, Masquerade with trumpet soloist Anthony Nelson and Kelsey Bush. And the music of the night is trumpet soloist Elijah Kirby and Anthony Nelson. The band is directed on the field by drum majors Casey Pepper and Dave Clements. Is the band ready? Band, take the field. your marching Greyhounds. Again, the winner of SBC prizes this evening, Elias Cordero and Connor Lohr have won prizes, and Daniel Scott has won the $250 SBC scholarship. You may claim your awards at the SBC booth. Statistics for Davenport West, 23 rushes for 91 yards, 18 pass attempts, 10 completions, 1 interceptions for 98 yards passing. Total West first half offense, 189 yards. Here Greyhounds, 18 rushes for 142 yards, 2 pass attempts, 1 completion, 1 interception for 56 yards passing. Total Greyhounds first half offense, 198 yards. reunion. The group of former football players, cheerleaders, high steppers, a majorette, band members, and students. Tony Baker, also a member of the class of 1963, who played for the Greyhounds, earned a scholarship to Iowa State University. After graduating in 1966, Tony played semi-pro for a season and a half. He was then signed to the New Orleans Saints as a running back. Tony was with the NFL for 7 years, from 1968 to 1975. After he left the Saints, he also played for the Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams, and ended his career with the San Diego Chargers. Howard Cosell, a famed announcer, gave Tony his nickname, Touchdown Tony. The class of 1963 wishes to honor and pay tribute to its amazing classmate and professional football player. Welcome, BHS class of 1963.
Purples up and down each side. Purple helmets with the purple, white, purple stripe down the middle. I'll tell you what else in just a second as we get underway here in half number 2. And there's a kick that is going to be fortunately run out of bounds by Davenport West. That was a pooch kick, not a squib, not deep, but it hit no man's land at about the 30. And I think it was Nash. It was either Nash Garlow.
No, it was Alex Zoo. They were having a return left, and he just broke. And he said, here, I got to get in my spot on the left side. And about 5 steps into that sprint, he was like, oh, wow.
Well, I saw what I was seeing was somebody on the right side that was non-committal about what to do, just kind of stood there frozen.
Well, that was Alex. He started and went froze.
Okay.
And then Alex Smith for Davenport West had his chance to get the ball and then just scooped it out of bounds.
And Mark Smith was too deep to get to the ball before it got to the 23. And what happened was, while West tried to recover it, basically just tried to surround it with his body, but surrounded it and pushed it out of bounds. So it'll be Greyhound football at their own 35. I will tell you that the face masks for the Greyhounds are black, and then the Speedhound, as was last week, is red, white, and blue again.
Yep. You know, that is one of the good things that Zach has done that I didn't do. He finds those little twists, and I got to give him credit. The Speedhound with the All-American look is great.
DJ Pugh on first down gives it to Taven Harris just off the right side. He's got a gain of 11 to the 46. Just hit the hole and pulled a couple of defenders with him for an extra 5. That's a first down on the first play of the second half for Burlington.
Scott, he hasn't slowed down a bit since the beginning of the year. I thought maybe as we get into these last 3 games, he might slow down a little bit just from all the bumps and bruises. But this is just a testament to the great offseason he's had. I was able to be up in the weight room with him through much of the offseason. He really put a lot into it.
First down and 10 at their own 46. Here's Taven again right up the middle. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, runs out of that arm tackle and gets to midfield for a gain of 4.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be what you're going to see the rest of the night. Is just Taven left, Taven right. Dalton Karstens for the tackle for the Falcons. And I'm just, you know what? They can sit in that huddle until the clock gets down to about 9, and then they can get going.
Burlington 20, Davenport West 13, opening drive of the second half. Need to step away for station identification in just a second. Fake pitch to Harris, give to KT Thompson, who tried to bring her around the left side, hit and dropped after a gain of 2 to the 48. We'll step away for 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to Burlington Greyhound football.
Remember that spring cleaning to-do list you made this year? You know, the one that's...
You're listening to
Greyhounds due on 4th and 3.
Tyrese Johnson for the Falcons did a nice job of just feathering out KT Thompson, not committing to going vertical to try to make Taven make a cut, letting the rest of the defense for the Falcons come through. And yes, that is a technique.
I've heard of stringing a play out. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of 1970s hair.
Yeah.
Like I should go above my eyes. 4th and 3, Harris off the right side.
Yes,
did he get enough for a first down? He got hit a yard short. fell forward. Did he fall forward far enough?
Put that right foot out. Thank you very much.
Right foot of the far side official is at the 44. The stick is at the 44. And William Jacobson in the white hat waves his arms above his head and says, we're going to bring the sticks out.
Can we go ahead and see the coaches? I'm not sure. Officials, this is not a timeout.
I'm going to say he's got it by the nose of the football.
Yeah.
Beyond it. He's going to be behind the stick. It's not going to be just touching
the stick. Be a stripe.
Yep.
Be the stripe.
And am I good or what? Who needs binoculars?
Well,
not this guy.
When it's on this side of the field.
Well, yeah,
makes it easier.
Get farther away.
Yeah.
Why you got to ruin it? Let me revel.
Because that's my job, is to keep you humble.
That's true. I did get go a little off the deep end, didn't I, talking about how important I was?
Yeah, you did.
Hopefully people were still away. It was still halftime.
I doubt it.
I'm not proud of who I am sometimes. 1st and 10 at the 44. And that's why I drop into my deep announcer
Branch
voice.
Wilder voice.
1st and 10 from the 44. Wide out split, wide right and wide left. DJ Pugh turns and hands it to Taven Harris, who gets to the 40-yard line, a gain of 4. And I'll stop with that right there. A lot of Taven Harris on this opening drive in the third quarter.
Really not much to say. Kind of lost myself there. Was looking for Clayton Bronson, the senior, on the tackle. I was trying to go, who's number 50?
Daydreaming.
The roster. No, the rosters aren't matching up to what I have here, so I had to go dig a little deeper.
Research is overrated. Just show up and talk. Harris once again between left guard and center. And I think they're going to give him the 34 at least, maybe even the 33, which would be a gain of about 6. Give it 5.5. That'll move the chains again.
Just when you think you get a clean shot on the guy, he does such a nice job of glancing and rolling and spinning.
I'm trying to he kind of reminds me of in style, and I always have to preface it so people go, you're comparing him to LaDainian Tomlinson, because LaDainian wasn't afraid to run outside, also wasn't afraid to run between the tackles, and you couldn't bring him down at first contact.
Right, I agree with you there.
1st and 10 from the 34, and here's Harris again, can't run out of the ankle tackle. Is that 56 or 58 on the tackle?
Yeah, the 6', 215-pound senior for the Falcons, who really just kind of lunged down and grabbed the ankle. And, I get always a little nervous when you see that, because that leg gets outstretched. It's really the cooler part of the year. Really don't want to see any injury as Taven gets to close out his career.
No gain. 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Greyhounds 20, Davenport West 13. Thompson to the right of Pugh. Harris behind. Pugh going to keep it. Wanted to pitch it, but a nice close on the far side by Milam. And who was that? Was that
80.
Mitchell again?
Yeah, no, that was Peyton Heath for the stop there, playing the edge. Again, Scott, even though that West has so many guys, you're seeing Coach Peters stick with his best guys and playing a lot of guys both ways. So this is the time of the game where we really got to assert ourselves and make these guys have to play defense.
Will DJ throw it on 3rd and 9? He's got Parks right, Martinez-Hale left. Pugh going to throw a quick slant to Martinez-Hale, wide open at the 25. Shakes the tackler at the 20, and he's going to be hog tackled at the 12, just gang tackled, but a first down for the ground. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 12, and now a flag, probably going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike, and I'm guessing it's going to be on West because that's all that's around.
Got 2 guys that are down for West as well. Can't see who that is. We'll try to give it to you as we see it. Nice little pitch and catch on the quick slant. So Coach Peters is calling for the staff from Burlington to come on over. He's reaching for his back. Peyton Heath,
the first
pops
one.
up after there, yeah.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on Burlington.
Crickets. I would love to be able to get some numbers. We do so many good things and then just shoot ourselves in the foot.
Just
play, right?
Every week, man. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially, you being a coach at the middle school, me being a part of the baseball program. It's frustrating because I know that you try to teach maintaining composure, play like you've been there before, don't strut your stuff, you know.
I'm giggling because we were short officials in our middle school game, and that happens. I mean, and I've tried to tell our kids, 3 sets of eyes can't be all over the field, so don't make a big deal about a call. We were up against Mount Pleasant. They onside kick, and who is it?
Can't tell as
number that's covered up.
Number is shielded by the coach, who is
it's Peters, who's
penalty's going to take it outside the 25 now. If I had my binoculars, I could maybe get a better
I don't
look.
even think you can see because both of the trainers' arms are crossed over. I'll try to keep an eye on that while you masterfully paint the picture of the play.
You know I will.
Okay.
So instead of 1st and 10 at the 12, it's now 1st and 10 at the 27. As the trainers take the injured player to the bench. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Greyhounds by 7 and on the move. Pugh around the right side, going to pitch it late to Harris. Harris able to get the corner, get ahead of steam going, but he is flipped with authority. And I'm thinking that might be Peyton Heath, except he probably had to leave the game, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He should have because he was down. But I think maybe they attributed the injury timeout to the player who's on the sideline. So, Scott, you know, as much as Clinton was called out for being chippy in the first game, West is not alone in their chippiness. And, of course, when you're battling to try to get your second win, you can get frustrated as well.
2nd and 6. Harris straight up the gut. Gain of about 3 to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Scott, the injured player for Davenport West is James Ali, the 5'11", 160-pound senior. They're attending to him right now on the sideline. They've got him laying down on the bench, and now he's just sat up. They're just kind of examining his lower back right now.
Parks to the right, Martinez-Hale to the left. 3rd down and 3 from the West 20. 5:50 remaining, third quarter. Pitch Harris around the left side, plants his foot, turns it upfield, spins out of a tackle at the 15, still on his feet, brought down at the 5 by a host of Falcons, and a gain of 15 yards will bring up 1st down and goal for the Greyhounds.
Scott, I'm gonna make the pitch that this kid should be more than just all district or all Hawkeye. I think you're looking at one of the most elite backs in the state of Iowa.
If he can put up 1,400 for Burlington, what could he do for the Bettendorfs and for the Valleys, where he would get that notoriety? Go ahead.
Wait, no, go.
1st and goal at the 5. Harris right up the gut, untouched, flipped into the end zone, touchdown, Greyhounds. 14 plays, 65 yards, 6 minutes, 42 seconds.
No, what I was about ready to say, Scott, it's got to be frustrating for West to know that they've been this close and they've been battling, and you get a sense now that it's starting to chip away.
Brock Dengler in to get the extra point, up and through, and he does. 5:18 remaining, quarter number 3. Burlington 27, West 13, back in 1 minute.
Dr. Kurt Masner salutes the Burlington High School Greyhound football team for all their hard work and dedication.
I agree with you a little bit, though. Dengler, little squib kick right down the middle. Low line drive taken at the 21 by Milam. across the 30, 35, still on his feet. Now a flag comes in, still on his feet. Martinez Hale tried the little helicopter, I'm going to throw you and hope you just stumble down. And he lost 4 yards in doing that, but he stayed on his feet until he actually was dropped.
Well, he was gathered up by a host of Greyhounds, and I think he was going for the strip. And Milam just did a nice job of rolling with it and kind of helicoptered himself out. Scott, I will really be frustrated. Going to finish my thought on this personal foul stuff. We were playing Mount Pleasant, and they didn't have enough officials to cover field. Onside kick. Only goes 8 yards. Mount Pleasant recovers, and our kids are, I'm like, guys, they don't have enough guys. Just be quiet and play. I mean, so, yeah, we preach all that stuff.
Holding penalty on West takes it back to the 23, and that's where they'll start this drive. Keeper by the quarterback, Trevino, wanted to throw it right. Nobody was open, so he had to scramble out of the pocket left. Tucked it and ran for a gain of 3 across the 25 to the 26, and yes, that's what you call a brain cramp. I forgot Trevino's name momentarily. I mean, we haven't seen him for the first half of the third quarter.
No, Greyhound offense done a good job. And I'm going to tell you what, Scott, that what we thought was what I thought was the weakness for the Greyhound defense, their pass defense, really doing a nice job right now.
2nd and 7 from the 26. Here's a give off the right side to Milam, and Mr. Milam, Jacob Milam, the quarterback at the beginning of the year, with a nice little pickup up to the 35. Will move the chains for Davenport West.
Charlie Carlson, we've been kind of quiet on him tonight. Nice bring down for him. Little assist by Drake Bailey.
4:20 and counting, third quarter. Greyhounds 27, West 13. First time West has had the football here in the second half. Trevino, keeper, going to go around the left side with the wing back and the gentleman who was hurt earlier. Peyton Heath, he drops the ball at the 40, fallen on by a Johnny on the spot on the far side for Davenport West, and that's going to be Malik Westerfield, it would appear.
Yeah. And so what the adjustment for the Greyhounds is now when they come up into that 2x2 set, running that little veer option, they're going to bring Elias Cordero down onto the line of scrimmage to give them a 4-man front to allow them to.
And now, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but a personal foul on the Greyhounds will take it from the 39 into Greyhound territory up to the 46. Face mask.
All right, well, as long as we're trying to make the tackle, I thought maybe there'd be some more words or some more chippiness. I think that was Mark Smith. I think he was chasing the play down from behind. Took a leap and looked kind of like Heath's head kind of snapped.
1st and 10 for the Greyhound 46. Trevino back to pass. Throws deep down the left side. Wants Westerfield. Had Westerfield as he was able in full stride to get past Bredar, but overshot him and threw it out of bounds.
Nice job by Matt on the catch him. I got Scott going.
Are you just going to do the X every time
Matt was right there
in coverage?
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that if it was complete, he'd have been beaten for 6.
It would be unexed.
You'd start with the next one, take it apart.
X'd out.
Yeah.
Oh, Matty, we love you. You're playing hard. I love it.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Here comes Milam around the right side on a counter. And he's got yardage down to the 42, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. Now, when you think X, are you thinking X Factor? Or are you
I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea what he's
Feud?
doing. I have no idea what he's doing.
When he does it, does he go?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Marks the spot?
I have no idea. But I do want to say that was a very nice textbook tackle by Elias Cordero right there. I'm not trying to change the subject. I saw it was very nice. You don't get to see a lot of textbook. Shoulder in, wrap, run a guy backwards. I know we're focused on the X-Man, but
that's his new name. We'll call him X-Pac, going back to the WWF.
Uh-oh.
Now the entirety of the Burlington defensive line jumped offside, so 3rd and 6 will now become 3rd and 1 at the Greyhound 37-yard line.
Greyhound defensive line coach Jim Krekel has a football at the end of a stick, and every day I know he works on cadence and not jumping. So that's got to drive him just a little bit crazy right now. So
3rd down and 1. I bet Trevino will keep it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to keep it.
Follow. Run that little quarterback follow. Going in. They've got 3x2. They may take a shot trying to go downfield with Heath again.
Trevino Gives it to Heath, who's going to try and get around the left side.
No,
plants
sir.
his foot. Could not
No, sir.
shake, however. Dontarius Sawyer, who stood him up and made enough of a delay in the play to let Carlton Martinez-Hale close and tackle from behind.
Yeah, nice job of stringing that play out. But
So
this doesn't bother Scott. Excuse me. Doesn't bother the Falcons. They only wanted to punt a couple times. So
2:28 remaining in the third quarter. Greyhounds 27, West 13. Big stop opportunity for the Greyhound defense right here. 4th and 1. And taking it off the left side is Trevino. Just got the snap. Went very tight to the line of scrimmage around the left side and got yardage to the 32, a gain of 4. That'll move the sticks.
number 78 for the Falcons. That's Maverick White getting up, limping a little bit. Been some good battles. As I said up front, LaDainian Ross has been in there battling pretty hard with Jake Mitchell. Been able to see Nash Garlow getting it after with Zach Berry as well.
1st and 10 at the Greyhound 32. Trevino going to be flushed out of the pocket, completes it to Alley. Alley back in the game, makes the catch, able to sprint inside the 30. Caught it near the right hash, then had to basically reverse field all the way over to the left hash and got 6 out of it. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 26.
Yeah, unique little play setup there, Scott. You roll yourself out to the right, let all that flow come in, and then your defensive or your offensive lineman just kind of sitting waiting for everybody to peel back.
This has been typically tonight where they take a shot at the end zone. We'll see if Trevino puts it up. He's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Trevino looking left, middle screen, complete to Alley. Alley's got some blockers, 20, 15. It's a race to the corner of the end zone. Into the end zone goes Mr. Alley. James Alley with a 25-yard touchdown off the middle screen. And it's 27-19, and there's a Falcon down on the field, at least momentarily. And now he is up and sprinting to celebrate.
Milam is he's got a little bit of a calf problem here. He's a guy who's played a lot of snaps tonight, probably feeling a little cramp going on. I tell you what, Coach Peters has found a way to stop that mad rush for the Greyhounds. He's instituted a couple draws there and caught the Greyhounds unaware. Game is not over by far.
3rd touchdown pass of the night for Zach Trevino. Makes it 27-19, 9 plays on the drive, 77 yards. In 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Now the Falcons going to go for 2. They send 2 to the right side. Now late into the game on the grounds, are going to get called for 12 on the field. Trevino going to fake it to his running back, and he's going to jump into the end zone as he just booted around the left side. Should have gotten called for 12 on the field. They did, but that'll be declined. Drake Parks is not on PAT block unit,
right.
Obviously. And Dontarius Sawyer was, and they were trying to flip. Sawyer got caught on the field. Parks also got on the field trying to get out to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter. Trevino pulled off the fake as well as you could, hopped into the end zone to make it 27-21.
Well, it really is a good time to go for 2 at that point because you've got more time in the game, and if you need to do it again, you're able to kind of figure out what kind of defense the Greyhounds are going to bring. Still nothing really hurt for the Greyhounds. We got to be able to kind of close this thing out with another nice long drive.
We'll step away for 30 seconds if we can, Jerry. 30 seconds, 27-21 your score. A minute left, third quarter. Back in a half minute.
So 1 minute to go in the third. Greyhounds 27, West 21. Taking the air to Mark Smith, who actually received. Adam Gibson to kick off for West.
All of a sudden, we got a ball game again. 27-21, that 2-point conversion, very important because now an extra point gives West the lead if Burlington can't find a way to put some more points on the board.
All important kickoff return here. Make sure it's kicked.
Harrison Smith back at the 15. And it's just a little pooch once again, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Fortunately for the Greyhounds, they're finding that dead spot in the return unit for the Greyhounds. Problem is, the last 2 times, Adam Gibson has been unable to execute it well enough to let the coverage team get down. For West, it goes out of bounds, and the Greyhounds will take over at their own 35 again.
While it's nice to get true bounces on this field turf, when it gets later into the season and there's more dew on the ground, the ball skids a little bit faster.
So 1st and 10. I want to say thank you to Ben Brooks. Ben Brooks is at home tonight. He's texted us 3 times now, said he's really enjoying the game. Watching on YouTube. Oh, they're spotting at the 30. I thought it was the 35. Oh, the penalty on the extra point assist right there. So it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 30. DJ Pugh going to sprint it left side. Wanted to pitch it. Couldn't get it done. Now a late flag. Probably going to be some sort of face mask, or I guess it could be a hold. And it is going to be a hold on Burlington, at least according to the official on the near sideline.
Yeah,
holding Burlington.
Looks like they're talking to Nash Garlow being outside the frame. They're just, again, West is doing a great job of just skating on the line of scrimmage, allowing the linebackers to fill from inside out. And we got to find a way to hook guys so that Taven can get inside the block or outside the block and get upfield.
Loss of 1 on the carry, then a 10-yard penalty takes it back to the 19. So it'll be 1st down now and 21 from the 19-yard line. Martinez-Hale left. Parks to the right side of the field. That's right. Here's a give to Harris right off the left side. Following his left guard and left tackle. Gain of 2 to the 21. It'll be 2nd down and 19. And that could be the final play here of the 3rd quarter. We'll see how quickly the Greyhounds want to get to the line of scrimmage. Game clock at 18. Play clock at 20. It looks like Zach Shea is just going to let the 3rd quarter expire. So get that hand ready. We're going to put 4 of those fingers on your hand in the air because we put 36 in the books. We've got 12 to go. Burlington holding on to a rather precarious 27-21 lead as we go to quarter number 4. You're listening to Greyhound Football on KBUR and hopefully watching. Got a question for you after this play. Here's a give Taven Harris off the left side, and Taven's got enough room to get up to the 29 and make it a manageable 3rd down and 11. And I know you want to dance with the lady that brought you, but do you want to open up the playbook a little bit to keep Davenport West a little honest, even though incompletions will stop the clock?
I would say at this point this would be the time to go ahead and let something go deep because it's as good as a punt right now.
They got Davenport West to jump, but no penalty. Must not have penetrated the neutral zone. Length of the football is what's called the neutral zone. Down to Drake Parks. Gets out of his stance early. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty back inside the 25.
When you get out of what you do, it causes confusion somewhere. And if you don't practice it all the time and you don't practice it well all the time, it causes confusion. Case in point, Drake Parks waiting for the change. They definitely had a change of a play, I'm not sure where they were going to.
Hold up. They just called that dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, I don't know if there was something on the sideline.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct on Burlington. What on God's green earth?
I don't know.
Drake Parks came out of his stance. That's illegal motion or a false start.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what happened down on the sideline. I don't know.
But
if
he
it was
didn't even make a motion for false start.
Okay. But I would have thought that would have brought.
And nobody on the sideline. Dead ball, offsides on West.
Wow.
So let's get this straight. If you're not watching at home, West jumped, got back. Drake Park, there was no call. Everyone was set. Now he's going to reset again and say, oh, it was Parks who jumped. This is going to go. This should be a 5-yard walk-off on Parks. If you let the jumping of the defensive line go, then Parks committed the penalty. But these officials right now don't know what they should call. First down, dead ball foul, illegal procedure, Burlington. There you go. Now we got it right.
Which we're okay. We are okay with that.
And I'm wondering, they keep talking into their collars like Secret Servicemen. They must have the earpieces. And so, you need to ditch those things and talk. Actually walk up and say, hey, John, I've got a legal procedure.
They're on the collar like Secret Service.
I mean.
Yeah, red leader one, we got somebody coming in.
No, I'm not talking to my collar and make it look like I'm doing it. You do it too, okay? All right, thanks. So 3rd down and 16. DJ wants to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Got to tuck and run. Still on his feet. He's going to bring it all the way around the right side. Can he get the corner? He does for a minute. He's going to be short of the first down to the 34, but a pickup of 10 makes it 4th down and 6. I think the ground's still kicking away, but I'd rather kick it from the 25 than the 15.
Yeah, you know what, Scott? I just figured it out. I think I know what the referees were doing. It's kind of like they do in baseball when they cover up their mouth so nobody knows what they're saying. So they cover up their circle. And I don't know what anybody else is saying. But
what's that line from Bull Durham? Oh, place settings are always nice.
A live chicken. We probably get a chicken from the farm somewhere.
Carlton Martinez-Hale back at his own 19 to kick it away. High snap, pulls it down, kicks it away, end-over-end kick. Going to hit it at the West 34 and bounce sideways. Now in favor of the Greyhounds. Take a Greyhound roll down to the 25. Nice punt. 26 plus 25. That's a 51-yard kick with the roll for CMH. He's had a couple of nice field-changing punts tonight.
But not a 65-yard leg. That's all I'm saying.
Not a 60. Well, no, obviously not.
So as long as we got that straight.
So 1st down and 10 for West from the Davenport West 25. Ian has decided to rejoin us in the booth. Oh. Yes, you may get something to drink. You need money. Take my billfold. Be nice. Bring back change. Oh. Yeah, here you go, Ian. Sorry. Getting distracted, trying to be a dad and a radio guy at the same time. There's a keeper by Trevino off the right side for a gain of 7. John, that's when you step in and you say, Scott, I got this. I will.
There's no button.
No, you don't need a button. Just call the play.
There's no button.
Don't cower.
I'm not cowering.
From the spotlight.
I don't want to take away from your shine.
No, I want you to have the shine. That's what I want you to take.
Oh, thank you for telling me that. I'd rather take your wallet and get something to drink.
Well, the money was in my pocket. The wallet would have been worthless. 2nd and 3 from the 32. Trevino going to throw right side off his back foot. That just was not very well executed. I know you want to get rid of it quickly. He had a man in the flat. And number 44 is Jack Reese, but he did not. That was not good fundamental right there by the quarterback Trevino.
It was almost like, I don't feel like throwing it, but I'll just get it out here and see what happens.
Back foot.
I don't like to play.
A little strong arm.
I want to throw it deep.
Ball controls for the Birds. 9.5 remaining, 4th quarter. 27-21 Greyhounds on top. Man in motion, right to left is Alley. Trevino going to throw it. Little dump off. And he's got Peyton Heath, who makes a nice move on the far sideline. Is that Zoo who he juked out of the shoes?
That was Zoo who he juked. But it was Nash Garlow on the cleanup there. Scott, that's the 4th time that they've run that little drag. And when Heath has caught it, he's just kind of stopped. And our guys just run by. We got to settle in when we get close to the tackle. We can't just be it's almost like middle school at times. You just got to slow down and gather yourself.
1st down yardage to the 41. Here's a keeper by Trevino. He's He put it right in the belly of Alley and then pulled it out and gained one as he just went right up the middle, but could not split the tackle of Garlow and Bailey.
You know, again, that's where the ends are supposed to stay home and take the quarterback. My concern is this is another situation where the pitch back, and at this time that was Ali who was really unguarded. So, again, this is not something that, you know, West is probably unaware of.
Westerfield and Milam come split wide to the left side. Schaefer Houston wide to the right. Dump off, screen pass.
There you go, Mark.
Caught by Alley. And Alley's got yardage to the 44, gain of 3. It'll be second, is it third down and 7?
Yep, third. Mark Smith really with a nice job. The thing I was talking about just 2 plays ago, settling in, not trying to overrun something. Ali had no idea where to go once he knew that Smith was settling in to make the tackle.
You pronounce it like Muhammad. I pronounce it like Snake.
Okay.
I think Bob does Snake, so you're outvoted 2-1.
Okay, then
Alley, not Ali. Trevino back to pass. He's got a man down the middle, and that's Heath. Heath has been tearing it up when he's had the chance against that Burlington defense, that soft zone or cover zero, as you've described, just splitting the defenders once he gets to the second level. He's got a first down to the 43.
Yeah, Van Vertlo on the coverage there, just not fast enough to be able to get a hold and get up to Heath. And really, Heath has had a nice job, done a nice job in that 5-6 catches at least, and really able to get a ball wherever he's thrown.
Under 8 minutes remaining in the game, 27-21, Grounds on top. Here's a throw around along the right side against the sideline. Hunter Runge with the catch, but he was out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Got to find something to do here, Scott, to make sure that Trevino is not getting loose and Heath isn't floating somewhere in open space. Bringing in Mark Smith.
I got a feeling Carlton Martinez-Hale, sometime in the next 2 plays, makes a big play. And there's illegal motion as a couple of guys, one on the offensive line, and I want to say Westerfield on the far side from his wide receiver position got started a little too early. A 5-yard penalty will make it 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't want to call out Austin Edwards, left tackle for the Falcons. First time I would have called his name and he would have been making a mistake. So good job, Westerfield, way to help your lineman.
I would have probably called his illegal motion because it wasn't so much a false start as he was leaning and getting into that first stride before the ball was snapped.
That's why these wide receivers need to put their hand down on the ground again.
Oh, the old-timey 2-bar face mask technique. 2nd and 15. Trevino back to pass. Wanted Westerfield, who slipped and fell, got bitten by the turf monster, right about where the color goes from green to white. And I'm wondering on these field turf, I know you've got the little balls of rubber that make the surface, but are the white painted areas, like where the numbers or the yard lines are those slicker?
No, those are actually material. That's the actual printed material, so they've laid it down that way instead of being painted like in the old days.
Trying to help Westerfield out. It's all good. 3rd and 15. Trevino going to pass, swings it out to Alley. Alley got tripped by the turf monster once again with the 2nd consecutive tackle, and the turf gets up and gives the X sign.
There you go. You know what?
Gain of 2 to the
this
46.
cover zero on
Is it really a cover zero if the turf's making tackles?
No, but it is cover zero because when Alley is coming in motion or Heath's coming in motion, whoever has him can't catch up to him from the backside. So that makes him wide open for these little bubble screens.
Adam Gibson pulls down the high snap, gets it nice, turned over kick. Well, it didn't turn over, spiraled, and Drake Parks tried to pick it up at the 10, and he's a darn lucky. No, that's not Parks. That's 23. That's Dontarius Sawyer, not 13. He's darn lucky he was able to fall on that ball because he didn't come up with it cleanly. That would have been a free ball at the 10-yard line.
Those are those momentum things that we talk about that you don't want to have happen. You don't want to give a sudden change.
So 1st down and 10, Greyhounds leading by 6, 6:54 remaining, not quite halfway through the 4th quarter from just inside their own 11. DJ Pugh barking out signals. Taven's been pretty quiet, gets the ball on the first play, and he's got a quiet 4 up to the 15.
Yeah, Scott, what really needs to happen now for the Greyhounds is we've got to be able to put, I would say, 2 first downs would pretty much cement this thing away and just let the drive just kind of just chew up this clock. You got to put pressure on West to try to start calling timeouts here fairly soon.
Under 6.5 remaining. Working toward the halfway mark of quarter number 4. Greyhounds 27, Falcons 21. Harris again, this time off the left side. He just pushes the pile forward to the 18, a gain of 3. So it'll be third down and short, about 3.5, maybe 4 to go, depending on the spot.
This is usually KT Thompson area where they try some misdirection. But again, this Taven's your bell cow, so you might as well go ahead and ride it out.
Drake Parks will come split wide to the right side. Ball between the hashes, so no side is wider than the other. Carlton Martinez-Hale to the left. Pugh claps his hands, gives it to Harris. Harris gets to the 19, but short of the first down by a couple. It'll be 4th and about 2.
Yep. Well, again, take your time in getting set up. Make sure you got a sure punt. I would tell you that with Westerfield back there, I would do something other than kick it right to him. I'd find a way to make an angle, but again, when you do those things and you don't practice them, they don't work out in your favor.
Do you teach angle kicks at this
I
level?
did when I was coaching, just because there were certain guys in the conference we did not want. Well,
Martinez-Hale from the 5 kicks it straight up in the air, hits at the 27, bounces sideways out of bounds at the 28.
That's a toe flip right there. He just kind of flipped his toe into a 90-degree angle, and I think he hit it off his shin.
So with 5:03 left in the ball game, Davenport West is in business at the Greyhound 28-yard line.
Well, it's not a time for us to panic in any way, shape, or form. We've been able to hold our own defensively. We just got to make sure that we don't get too chippy, that we don't say anything, that we just get done with the play, get out of the pile.
Trips to the the right side. That's the wide side of the field for Davenport West. 3 receivers that direction. Trevino throws a quick slant. He's got a man at the 25. Shakes and bakes. That's Westerfield to the 21. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3, and Westerfield stays down.
It's Matt Bradon to tackle. It's one of those things when you're trying to drive, and Matt just grabs onto his ankle and he just extends himself. I mean, that's when this weather gets a little colder. That's when those ligaments, just don't want to react for you.
Westerfield will leave the ball game, replaced by Chance Niffen. Also entering the ball game is Jack Reese. So Milam will go wide to the right side. Ball resting on the left hash. Reese in the slot that side, now joined by Niffen to form another trips formation to that side of the field. Grounds almost jump. Trevino surveying the field. No pressure. Gets rid of it. Complete to Milam at the 16. Backtracks, then turns upfield. He's down to the 12. First down, Davenport West with 4:22 remaining. Remember, this Davenport West team has never won a district football game, and they are knocking on the door to at least tie it up.
Man, Trevino really cool in the pocket. No sense of panic from him. Very cool. Cool, calm, and collected as he's moving his Falcons around, getting them set up for this 1st and goal, 1st and 10.
Hunter Runge to the left side. I'm saying they're going that direction. No, he's going to throw a middle screen. He's got Heath inside the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown with 3:57 left in the 4th. And it's 27-27. And if Carlton Martinez-Hale has another piece of ultra-aggressive magic on an extra point, we need it now. 3 plays, 28 yards in 1 minute and 6 seconds. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and he is true. 3:57 remaining. 28-27, West on top. The Greyhounds need to find a way to get her done in the last 4 minutes. Back in a minute on KBUR.
This is BHS football on KBUR. Back to the field for the second half.
Back here at Merrill A. Miller Senior Family
Mason
Field.
and Chuck.
3:57 remaining in the ball game, and West is retaking the lead at 28-27. Pooch kick along the near side, and again it's going to go out of bounds at the 25-yard line, so the Greyhounds will get great field position, all things considered, at their own 35, except for the fact that Mark Smith made a house call earlier. 35 maybe doesn't look so good.
You know, Scott, we've got the ball. We've got all 3 timeouts, and we're really in good position. We've just got to be a little creative offensively now, a little more misdirection, but obviously you're not going to break away from Taven.
So first down and 10 for the Greyhounds at their own 35. They've got 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go 65 yards, or let's say 55, to give Brock Dengler a chance for a game-winning field goal. Motion man from right to left is Nash Garlow. Fake to KT. Pitch to Taven around the left side. Can he get the corner? He does. 40. Steps out of a tackle. 45, 50 to the Davenport West 48-yard line. A pickup of 17.
Got a little nervous there, Scott. Martinez Hale holding his ankle or his calf. Looked like he had something, but he popped up. No rush here. Don't need to have a 2-minute drill. Just relax, call your plays.
No huddle. First down and 10 at the West 48. 3:40 and counting. Garlow in motion left to right. Give to Harris again. He'll take it around the right side. Gets a seal block by Garlow. He's got the corner. Plants his foot, turns upfield. Gets 4 to the 44 before he's wrapped up and brought down by number 44 for Davenport West. That's going to be Jack Reese.
Really nice drive being put together here for the Greyhounds. You do not want to leave West with any time on the clock if you score.
Dengler's got a leg, but you got to give him plenty of margin for error. I guess you probably got to get it down to at least the 15.
And I really don't want to leave it up to that freshman.
Neither do I, but chance is a chance nonetheless. 2nd and 6. Harris right up the gut, runs into a stone wall and falls forward to the 41. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Just keep matriculating the ball down the field.
I'd run that play one more time, and then I'd have DJ pull it because Milam and the end over there for West are just crashing in to get a piece of Taven.
2:36 and counting. 28-27, West on top. Fake to KT, pitch to Harris, trying to get the left side. Can't do it, flag on the play. It's going to be a hold. It's a gain of 1. It'll be 4th and 2, except the penalty will probably be accepted.
Nash Garlow blocking the back. Just trying to go. And really, I would always fight those calls, Scott. Those are the ones I'd get the most upset about because you're in contact with the guy and the guy spins. And so what are you going to tell your kid not to get his hands off the minute we start moving?
To disengage, yeah.
Right.
Now you got to hold your block. 10-yard walk-off.
That's a heartbreaker right there.
Take it back to the Greyhound 46. So it'll be 3rd down now and 18 as the Greyhounds have to get inside the 38-yard line, and the clock is running at 2:20.
You don't have an 18-yard play, but you should have 2 9-yard plays, that's for sure.
Drake Park split wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Carlton Martinez-Hale to the left. KT Thompson to the right of DJ Pugh. Taven Harris behind him. Play action fake to Harris. Pugh's going to roll right. Now he's going to tuck it. He's got midfield. Still on his feet. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage before he's driven backwards. It'll be 4th down and 9 at the West 47 after the pickup of 9. So there's one of your 2 9-yard plays with 1:49 remaining in the 4th, and Burlington will take its first time out of the half.
Good decision by DJ. Guys recovered. Drake Parks just ran a little post corner. They weren't biting on the run fake, and so DJ did a nice job of just stepping inside and getting the yards he could.
Well, you can hear the contingent on the far side. Davenport West fans, they feel it. They feel an opportunity in their grasp. And, the thing about it is, conventionally, if you're just a passing fan, neither of these teams, quote-unquote, know how to win. So
right.
They're both fighting to figure that out. And so who's going to blink first? I mean, Burlington obviously behind the 8 ball at 4th and 9 right now. But, West without that experience of how to close a game out all that much may make its own mistake. You got to find a way to create that opportunity.
Yeah, and here, the guy we talked about at the beginning of the show, P.J. Jones, has now made his way in. Whatever ills he may have committed that would have kept him out or any injuries, they now are saying, go ahead and get this done for us. So we put in
Dontarius Sawyer and P.J. Jones. Jones split wide to the right. Sawyer in the slot that side. Parks in the slot left side. Flanked by Martinez Hale. 4th down and 9. Pugh back to pass. Looking deep down the middle. He wants P.J. Jones. Intercepted at the 15. Picked off at the 15 by Malik Westerfield.
Well, it's just a little underthrown, but P.J. was open. And, you got to take your chance, and that's the thing when you kind of live and die by the offense you bring, and you just feel sick for DJ. He obviously not wanting to underthrow that, and you got to give credit to Justin Peters and the West staff for putting together a very good game plan, holding true. There's still time. You've got 2 timeouts. Lots of things can happen.
Minute 42 remaining in the ball game. 1st and 10 at the West 15. Trevino going to keep it himself, follows his tailback up to the 25. That's going to be close to a first down, and that's the backbreaker.
Got a Greyhound down on the ground right now. Charlie Carlson just slow to get up. He's up and going now.
Minute 33 is the clock stopped, at least momentarily.
You can't have another first down. You just can't, not at this point.
Well, if they choose to run the clock down, they can run it down to 1:08. But Burlington's going to choose to take one of its 2 remaining timeouts right here. So let's reset the game for you. Davenport West 28, Burlington 27, 1:33 remaining in the 4th quarter. Greyhounds with 1 timeout, Falcons with all 3 remaining. And the Greyhounds have to try and find a way to create a turnover. First turnover of the game happened just moments ago on a DJ Pugh 4th down and 9 heave interception by Malik Westerfield. And, you got to give credit. Win or lose, both teams have played very well. This is what we expected. It's been a relatively clean game except for the penalties. There's been quite a few penalties in both directions. But nothing's been put on the carpet. No fumbles except I think there was one
just
free side, but the guys fell on it, after fumbling it. No turnovers in that regard, and only the 1 interception.
Yeah.
The thing that has done in Burlington was the punt. Unfortunately, that gave West the short field at the Greyhound 25.
Yep. So you got to be able to keep them under 4 yards. These 2 carries.
Trevino going to keep it again. Just take it off the right side. Follows his right guard forward. Gain of 2 to the 27, and the Greyhounds will take their last time out at 1:27. So, give or take, it'll be 3rd down, assuming no first down made, and West will have to.
2nd down, Scott.
I know it's 2nd down now, but consider a play, and then West will have to snap it by, say, 55 seconds, run another play. The Greyhounds, if they play it right, may get it back with somewhere between 10 and 20 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Yeah, and that's really a tough call. When do you take this last time out? Because they're going to get a free play in essence anyway. So do you try to hold them on the 2nd down and then call the timeout on 3rd down, hoping you get the stop on 3rd?
The one thing you can hope is that maybe they try and get too cute and put the ball in the air. Let Trevino try and close it out that way, throws an incompletion. That helps Burlington save some time.
I think the way Trevino's been running with Milam and Westerfield and Alley, and really Peyton Heath has been a surprise in terms of his running back abilities as a receiver. So
Trevino going to keep it just off the right side. And he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1 officially up to the 28. We'll see where they start the play clock. Game clock at 18:17. That's a minute 18, minute 17. So they set the ball, start the play clock at 1:13, so they can run it down to 48 seconds before this next snap. 3rd down and 7.
Key will be if we hold them close, we've got to get off the pile so they can mark the ball and start the clock.
3rd down and 7 at the 28-yard line. Play clock at 6, game clock at 52. Trevino just going to go forward again to the 30, so it'll be 4th and 5.
Get off the pile. Let him mark it.
Game clock at 44. Going to be 40 at least before they start the play clock. Now they do. At 37, they can run it down to 12. Now you got to put on a punt block.
Well, and you know the guy that we would send to do that, don't you?
Yeah, I think he has the initial CMH. They're going to call a timeout just short of 12 seconds remaining. Is Davenport West and head coach Justin Peters.
Now the
clock down to 14.
The key will be, Scott, when you do put this pressure on, you've got to make sure you come across the foot of the punter. Don't go at the punter, because if you don't come away with the ball in any way, shape, or form, you're going to give them the ball back to end the game. So you gotta make sure you put your takeoff right at the right place.
Well, here's another thing you can hope for with 12.2 seconds remaining in the ball game, and this is just spitballing miraculous finishes. You put Carlton Martinez-Hale just to either side of the center. You make that center nervous.
Right.
Long snappers in high school, not the most consistent.
Right.
High snap, you recover. You have one final opportunity to kick that game-winning field goal. That is the miraculous of the miraculous.
Well, Coach Shea now has taken out really all of his linemen except, I'll say he's put his speed unit in, because what you have are the guys who can move the fastest, probably make some sure tackles and some sure blocks. But you're right. I would definitely think you want to try to put some pressure, even though the center knows that he can't be hit.
And they're going to send Martinez-Hale off the left side, right side of the offensive line. Smith and Sawyer back at their own 35. Nice kick. Going to be taken by Smith at the 38. Gets a block, 40.
Don't touch anybody.
45.
Don't touch, no.
Run out of bounds. 1.3, now down to 0.9, and that was almost a terrible mistake by Davenport West, because I would have thought Mark Smith was out of bounds when he got hit, but no call. And the Grounds will have one final fling from midfield with 0.9 seconds remaining.
My other concern is Matt Bedard trying to help make a block, almost blindsided. I mean, that's kind of a bang-bang right there.
Well, and now is when you wish you had Reese Wissinger, let's say, who probably has the stronger arm of the two quarterbacks.
Well, one of the things that I think you need to make sure, we've been around long enough, they're going to put somebody around the 10, the 15. We're not going to be able to throw it in the end zone. So you've got to throw it somewhere in this hole in the pocket in the field, and then allow somebody to make a play in space. This is where, I'd like to see Taven Harris. Ladder. Well, you could do that too, but, even catching in space, Taven, as much as he can make people miss, just sit them down in the hole in their zone. They're going to spread the field in terms of their defensive coverage. You may even see guys lined up with their heels on the end zone. So.
And assuredly, Coach Peters on the far side is saying no pass interference calls.
Well, no pass interference calls and no roughing the passers. So,
final play of the game, unless there's some sort of defensive foul. 1st and 10, not that matters, from midfield. DJ Pugh behind center, CMH to the right, trips to the left side.
Just Pugh, get rid of the ball.
Looking left, looking right, looking left. Now he's going to be hit, evades, he's on the run. 45, going far side of the field, gets a block from Harris, 40, still on his feet. Going to be brought down at the 38, and the 22-game district losing streak for West is over. Burlington will once again, unfortunately, finish with a losing record, as this is loss number 5 on the campaign. West 28, Burlington 27. Back in 2 minutes to tie this up and get you to the Radio Iowa postgame show, the Radio Iowa scoreboard show on KVUR.
You have a dream. Maybe it's a state-of-the-art kitchen. Maybe a new luxurious master bath.
That was wrong. I know. Okay, if I say no, that was not me.
for their commitment to the community both on and off the field. It's his own commitment to excellence that has guided Dr. Masner in treating dental patients in the Burlington area since 1986. For all your dental
Not a good
needs,
night.
call Dr. Kurt Masner.
That's why we take the time to look.
Here are the final statistics for the game. For West, 35 rushes for 141 yards, 29 pass attempts, 18 completions, no interceptions for 175 yards passing. Total West offense, 316 yards. For your Greyhounds, 43 rushes for 279 yards, 5 pass attempts, 2 completions, 1 interception for 77 yards passing.
Quickly at Merrill Miller Senior Family Field at Bracewell Stadium, the Davenport West Falcons did something that I think, I'll be honest, I didn't think they would do tonight. They come into Bracewell Stadium and they're able to walk out with a victory. Two teams, the game we completely expected with regard to the intensity and the energy that both teams brought and the fact that it was a 1-point game. Not at all surprising. Right. The unfortunate... it comes down as much as I think 2 special teams plays. You had the missed extra point, and then you had the bad punt that gave Davenport West a short field that set up the game-winning drive.
Yeah, and that's hard. That's hard to swallow, and I know it's tough for the coaching staff and the players, especially when they played really well, and they thought they did a very nice job adjusting defensively. But I got to tell you, the player who really surprised me all night tonight was Trevino. I thought he did an excellent job in terms of running the offense. Being able to go from a zone read into that Georgia Tech, Army, Navy, whatever offense, triple option look you have is very tough, and you got to be able to practice that a lot on both sides of the ball. And I thought he did a nice job of just taking command of the offense, and then he was able to find his receivers. And it's just heartbreaking because our guys were in it all the way to the end, and you want to see them have some success, especially when you get the success that Taven's had tonight running the ball.
Well, we do have to get to at least one thing on the postgame show, and that is the Dr. Kirk Masner Family Dentistry Player of the Game. And obviously, it seems like we do this every week, but in reality, he is, for the most part, the Burlington offense, and that's no disrespect to the passing game. It's more of a kudos to the extraordinary effort that Taven Harris brings every week. Taven Harris going to be overshadowed by the result, but now your all-time single-season leading rusher in Burlington history with well over 1,400 yards now. He's got to be your player of the game.
Oh, without a doubt. I think just his ability to run with so many people keying on him. I said it twice in the ball game tonight that he had 3 or 4 guys who were, I'm almost assured, were absolutely told that wherever he goes, you've got to go. And I know that's helped KT, and I know it helped. As much as we are struggling in the passing game, it still helped us in the passing game. And so he brings a dimension to the field that must be answered and dealt with. And we've just got to find a way to get rid of the hiccups and just these miscues that just hurt us. And again, I just feel bad and hurt for the kids. I know they play real hard, and I know the coaches do a lot of hard work to get these kids ready.
Well, the Greyhounds led this one 27-13 early in the third quarter after scoring on their first possession of the third quarter, held the ball for over 6 minutes of the opening possession of the second half, only to see that lead evaporate. 2 scores, one in the third and one very late in the fourth quarter for Davenport West. Throw a 2-point conversion in there, and down 14 turns into a win by 1 for the Davenport West Falcons. The Falcons now 2-5. They get their first ever district victory after 22 consecutive defeats. They are now 1-2 in Class 4A District 5. Burlington, on the other hand, drops to 0-3, 2-5 overall, and in search of that first district victory that's not against the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Well, as always, John Flaherty, we got to get to the Radio Iowa scoreboard show, so we got to say goodbye. Thanks. Great job tonight, as always.
Get ready next week for Washington.
You bet you. We'll be on the road at Cedar Rapids, Washington, live from Kingston Stadium 1 week from tonight. Also want to thank you to Jerry Carlson in the studio, as always, our board operator, our producer, whatever you want to call him. As always, a great job, Jerry. You do wonderful work, and it's a pleasure working for you, and I certainly enjoy the smooth broadcasts that you help create for us. I want to say thank you to all you listeners and viewers out there in listening and viewing land, whether it's on KBUR, whether it's on the TuneIn Radio app and you're on the road, whether it's at home on the YouTube stream that the guys from Broken Centrifuge do for us each and every home game. However you tune in to watch Burlington or listen to Burlington Greyhound football, we appreciate it and hope you have as much fun, half as much fun as John and I do, bringing it to you each and every Friday night. I want to say thank you to all our sponsors for Burlington football on KBR, Kirk Masner Family Dentistry, K-Spine Community Credit Union, Edward Jones, the John Hart Agency, Barn Grover Glass, Standard of Beaverdale, Ryan Schmitz Flooring America, Bob Dodds Insurance, Danville State Savings Bank, and Universal Therapy Works. And as always, want to say thank you to my son for joining me. He wasn't on the air tonight. He will be in just about a minute. But a special thank you to the two ladies who are back home waiting for us to arrive after another Friday night away. Kelly and Aubrey, we appreciate you letting us do this every weekend, because if you said no, I'd step away in a heartbeat, but you don't. And we have a lot of fun, and I could not love you more for letting us have this much fun. Once again, your final score, 28-27. Davenport West prevails over Burlington. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Iowa football as they hit the road for the first time in 2018. They'll take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Kickoff is 2:40. Pregame at 12:30. The battle for Floyd of Rosedale. 28-27, your final from Bracewell Stadium. And until next week when John and I join you from Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids, we'll talk to you soon, and
Go Greyhounds!